Hey, what's poppin', Jam Fam? It's me. I should open up chat because I don't know if anybody's here or anybody's talking. I don't. I don't watch my viewer count anyway. It's always just like Che, Kate, and my bot, and Pierce, and Pierce. You know what? You know what? I'm being an asshole. Yeah. You know what? I used. To, I should be less self-deprecating. I appreciate everybody that's here. I'm being an asshole. You guys have been supporting me pretty steadily. I just went through like a year long drought of like no audience, and now I've got an audience, and I'm like still in that like let's be shitty on ourselves kind of mentality. But I gotta be more positive. Speaking of being more positive, fuck you, Jock. Yeah, Jock's here, and Scott's here. I don't know where Julian is. I think he's playing FF14, so he's probably raiding or doing his dailies or doing God help him, the Euphoria or whatever that place is called, Eureka. He's doing Eureka, which, man, at least he has a team. I soloed the first 3/4 of Eureka. Is it, yeah, yeah, yeah. There, yeah, because there's no, yeah, there's not like a competitive mode, so you'll never have to worry about like a mouse and keyboard player outplaying you on controller. It's all co-op against it's all PVE. Yeah, just go for it. I mean, you're already 80 levels above me. You might as well make it even easier, I guess. And it's not hard to level up in that game, but we'll talk about that later. Hey, we're here with Final Fantasy VI, and we're gonna do a little bit of game club to wrap up the year. We're gonna wrap up 2024, which wasn't the plan to be the year of Final Fantasy, but as things rolled out, I mean, it just became that. Well, I personally platinumed 6 Final Fantasy games this year, I think, because there was 3, 4, 5, and then I also did 15, and I also wound up like getting the platinum for what's the Stranger of Paradise, and and then the trilogy of 13, so that's 8 right there. And then 14 came out, which I mean, I didn't platinum 14, but I put a lot of time into it. But yeah, eight platinums in Final Fantasy games, and I completed like 9 or 10 of them. Crazy, right? It's just a lot of work. I could have spent learning a language, or picking up guitar again, or like driving to Jock for blowies. I mean, I could have done a lot of things, but here we are. But I know, here we are. Yeah, I mean, up in the air, really. But I wound up making my choice and sticking with it. Yeah, so that was my theory, so. It's like, it's probably a top, but he probably goes great Ed. I can't imagine how weird you felt when I said that. But I don't feel like I was wrong. It was more surprising than anything. But anyway. I don't think he's giving me specifics though. He's never like he does a razzle dazzle twirl. Yeah. Well, to be more clear, I didn't say I know you're a top. I said you I think you're a top, but you probably give great head. Which that was just the vibe I got from you. It's just uh, I just yeah, I just read it. It's just your aura you give off. I'm just really good at reading it. I don't know why. It's a gift and a curse, I guess. Here's what bye dudes. I can feel them. I can sense their presence. What the hell is a cosplay? Have you seen the new stuff for Clive and Tekken? Oh man, there's a special intro with Reina, and she's like, "Oh, that's a great cosplay you got there." And he like pulls out his sword, and everything's on fire, and he's like, "What the hell's a cosplay?" It's like, fucking Clive. Yeah, I need to get on that as well. That's even more Final Fantasy content for Papa Jam. Um, but I guess we might as well knock this out of the way since we're back to Final Fantasy. We had 3 months, and even I was bad about it. This is not a judgment on anybody. We had 3 months to finish Final Fantasy VI, and I did not finish it until the last minute. How was your journey, Scott? Because I think you and I are the only ones that actually finished 6. Yeah, same thing for me. You know what? I gotta say I enjoyed the first half way more than the second half. Yeah, yeah. So to sort of catch people up on 6, when you played through it from the beginning, and there was an empire, and the emperor was backstabbed by one of his generals, who was the first to be experimented on with magic, because they had got magic had disappeared from the world, and the empire had discovered magic and were abusing it. And the way to abuse that magic was that they found the espers, the entities of magic, and they were like torturing them and sucking the magic out of them. Uh, and Kefka was the general that we're speaking of, and he was the first one to be experimented on. He went insane, and so that's really his development, right? Because I mentioned this in our first game club about it, was that I didn't really understand his motivation. His motivation is that he's insane. He just hates. And I guess if you want to, yeah, if you want to like give him a little bit more nuance, his insanity has just blown into full on nihilism. He just, by the end of the game, it's just like, why is anything anything? Well, we should just all be gone. Like, whoa. And I never understood that character trait in villains, because like, why don't you just off yourself? The world's so terrible. Why do you got to bring us all down? But like, that's what makes them villains. But anyway, um, he backstabs the Empire, and the moment he does it is important, because it's the moment where the source of great magic, I hesitate to say all magic because I don't know lore that well, but the great magic in the world is unlocked, and he takes over that magic. And again, because he's insane and kind of a nihilist, not full on nihilist at this point, but kind of, he separates your party completely, and you're a party of like, what, at that point, like what, 8-10 people, something like that. Yeah, because I think there's only 2 characters that show up in the second half that you don't see in the first one. So like, your party is separate, sent into disparate parts of the world, and you go from the world of balance to the world of ruin, which are the official titles. And in the second half of the game, you start off with one character, and your main goal is to get to Kefka, defeat him, and restore balance. This is where the openness of Final Fantasy VI comes out, for better or worse. You can choose. The only real people you need to get are like Setzer, because he has the airship, and you need to fly into Kefka's base in order to start the fight. But and I think you have to get one other character, but I can't remember the order. And Edgar. Yeah, so those four you have to have. Yeah, which I can't yeah, I can't imagine, because the way we'll get to it, but I think the final dungeon was very clever, but really, really tough. Um Yeah, I'll get into that as well. It was like 40 or 50, something like that. 35, which is what I was. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. Yeah. I uh I played the game straight. I up to a point, and I played it straight asterisk because I explained this before that I needed to avoid random battles in the last part because for a reason, but I can't remember. But of the first half, last part of the first half. But in the second half, I collected everybody, and I did some side content straight, like no double XP, no double AP, no extra guild, just completely straight, and it's doable, but the game is difficult if you're not power leveling, like because I didn't do that. I didn't like stop in a forest and like train for a while. I was just going point to point to point because I was trying to wrap up the game. And there was at one point where I was still in the habit of trying to clear out dungeons for the bestiary, and I got to the tonberries, and I was able to beat the tonberries with kind of a cheese strategy, but I did it. And then I was like, oh, I need to get another tonberry to beat the bestiary. It's a rare encounter, which in this game, rare encounters mean like you have a 1 in 16 chance of getting it. That doesn't equate to out of every 16 battles you get one. It's a percentage. So you could pay like 80 battles and then finally get one. And I was in a place because this is gonna go into like, this is gonna compound into some complaints about Final Fantasy VI. The leveling system is very unforgiving in that some characters are kind of limited in their stat growth unless you attach an Esper to them, and it has to be a specific Esper to level that up. And I wasn't really ready to stay down there and grind for a Tonberry as much as I wanted to for the bestiary entry. So I didn't really have an optimal team or my main team. I just had a team of characters. And had I stayed down there, that team would have started to grow and grow and grow. And I had like a limited count of Espers, and I didn't know which one that I wanted to get to fully level. So I was again trying to min-max a little bit. And so I just left. I was like, you know what? I'll come back. It's not a locked entry. I'll come back and do it at some point. And then I started to notice I kept doing that for other things. And I was like, you know what? I'm locking myself into this way of thinking where I need an Esper for a min-max stats. I should be able to just power level and get through this game. And I tried to look up a guide. I was like, at the very least, tell me, like, Celes, who should I attach to her? And I tried to look it up, but I mean, this game has been out for like 30 years, and there's so much discourse on like, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do, you need to do this on this. But then I look at it, it's like a different version of the game, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to try to get as many spells as I can for these people, and I'm just gonna power level and continue on. By the time I was done, well, by the time I was getting ready to start power leveling, I had done probably 80% of the content. I still need to do like the Cultist Tower and some other and do like bestiary entries and some dragon stuff. But I was like, I'm at level 35. I think my highest level at that point was a level 37 Celes, and my lowest level was a level 14 Gao. And I was like, I need to get these people leveled up. Like, this can't be happening. So I turned on the quad XP, I turned on the double guild, I turned on the double AP, and I just leveled and leveled and leveled. And I was like, you know what? I can't take the time to go for trophies right now. I have to wrap this game up. And luckily, one of the side contents I got was one of the easiest and most powerful things in the game, which was what was the Ragnarok Magicite that gives you Ultima or whatever. It's just laying on a beach. Yep, and that's all that I spammed. Yeah, you just all of them just learned Ultima. All that I did was I made sure that everyone on my team knew Ragnarok and Phoenix, and then I just powered leveled them to like 60, and then or 50. I think 50 was the lowest I had, and then because of party switching around, the highest I had was like 72 Celis. So like it was like level 50 Gao. At the end, by the end of it, my weakest was level 50 Gao, and my highest was 72 Celis. And then I just went to the end, and I just played through the last dungeon, and I liked the last dungeon. I think it's probably the best end dungeon because it's clever. Okay, to give you insight on what it is, you have to have the airship, so you drop in, like it's a commitment to the dungeon. You commit to dropping into the dungeon, and then you separate your party into 3 teams. If you don't have party members, like if you just go with that 4-person team, it's just like you're gonna have parties of just 1 person, because you need to do like the whole dungeon is a switch puzzle. You carry 1 party to a switch, that opens up another path for another party. You carry them to a switch, you open them up for another party, and then you go and go and go until eventually, at the end of it, all 3 of them take on a single boss. Well, I think one of them fights 2 bosses, but they all take on their own separate bosses, and then you all join together to take on Kefka. Which, if your person dies, rather than if you don't raise them quick enough, they're swapped out with another party member. Because I lost one during a cutscene. Oh yeah, okay. I was wondering because I felt like did I Mercs one? Yeah. Yeah, we can talk more about his fight in a bit. Because there was one move that I was like, this is insane. But yeah, I like the dungeon a lot. I also like the 2 of the bosses. I'll bring them up in my bestiary because I have the game open. Where's my Xbox controller? Oh, here it is. One of them has a monster, is a boss that I think is a callback to 3. And then one of them is he's just funny to me. Okay, the goddess. She's riding the head of the World of Darkness boss from 3. I think it was 3 or 5. I can't remember. Whoops. But yeah, she's got like the horns, and I think that's a callback to one of the past Final Fantasies ones. So it's like a goddess from the World of Darkness. And then this one, the demon, because I don't know why they do this, but his penis is a face, or like, you know, where his genitals would be, it's just a demon face. And I was like, I was like giggling. The problem with the ATB system is that there's so much of my eyes that are focused on the ATB system. Like I'm always looking at menus to get my timing right. I rarely look at the actual sprites. And because I was doing the Ultima spam, I just had it on auto, and I was able to look at bosses. And I was like, oh, he's got a penis face. That's sick. So the demon and the goddess I thought were pretty cool. The fiend was pretty nothing. And there was one that's like the I don't know if it was in the final boss. I don't know. I'll have to find it later. I think there's a key art of it. Yeah, the statue of the gods was... Yeah, they're all pretty naked except... Yeah, and this one guy's just dry humping the statue. It's really... Yeah, I see the fire penis. This is also really weird. Oh, hey, Sarlina. Hi, we're just talking about Final Fantasy VI. Sorry. This is a little bit of a tangent, and I haven't watched the video, but I keep getting this recommended YouTube video of like, why do we fight gods in JRPGs? And the screenshot is the Kefka boss. And now that I've played this game, you never fight a god in this game. They get so much magic, but this isn't one of the god games. So I found it ironic that he put that as a screenshot. And now it makes me even less want to watch that video, because it's like, do you even know what you're talking about? That you even put one where you fight a god. But anyway, the move on Kefka that I know that I'm kind of taking over the conversation. I apologize, but I just have so many thoughts and they're just bursting. The move on Kefka that I thought, because you noticed if you're cheesing through this, how bullshit this game was if you weren't, like if you were playing it straight. One of the moves that Kefka does is like 10-hit combo, and I was like, what the hell does that mean? And I got miss. Oh. Tremendously, and I was like, what is this? And Kefka, what he'll do is just 10 moves in a row, just straight up, just 10 whack, and if you were like grinding your way up to that boss, you had just defeated. Oh, bye, Chuck. The audio should be working now. Sorry, I don't think my audio is working. What was I saying? If you were working your way through that boss fight and doing your best, and suddenly he just drops 10 hits in a row, that's like a level 20 fighter in fucking Dungeons and Dragons. Like, you shouldn't be allowed that many hits in a turn. It's outrageous. But did you have any thoughts about the final, I mean, since we're talking about it, the final dungeon or boss or bosses that you wanted to share?
No, I mean, I do like the concept of the final dungeon. It also kind of forces you to have more than just your party like leveled up and stuff, because of the fact that, like, no, you've got to make 3 parties. So if you've been ignoring certain characters and stuff like that, well, guess what? Like, you best get leveling them up. But on the flip side of that, it's very annoying that you now have to level up a bunch of these characters that you might not have been leveling up, and it's just a pain in the ass to suddenly have to use some of these characters. And given the way that 6 plays with how the characters are, characters like Gao I just hated using, because he doesn't have an attack command. He just has his, like, things he learned from enemies. And I just found that annoying. I know, like, in meta play and stuff, Gao is actually a very powerful character if you take the time to really learn the right furies and everything else. But as a casual playthrough, like, Gao is very useless. Yeah. At least in my opinion. Because he takes so much to learn and then to use. Like, and know what you're supposed to be doing with him.
I took some time with Gao, wherein I spent some time on the Veldt and got maybe like 10 or so abilities or whatever they're called. And I messed with them, and I found one. Excuse me. Excuse me. I found one that I liked, which was like the cat's claw or cat something.
Right.
And that was pretty good. And so I just kind of used that whenever I had him. But him and like Mog, whose Mog's ability are insane and real. Thank you, Saralina. Are great, but my Mog, I don't know if this was your experience. My Mog was tripping all the time. And I don't mean a slang. There's a chance that if the Moogle tries to dance, it will stumble, and that'll waste your turn. And I was like, this is insane. This can't be happening this much.
Yeah, Mog I basically did not find useful until the same time I found Gao useful, which was teaching him Ultima. And just, like, making them use Ultima. Like, Shadow, I know he has the throw command, but I didn't really find him useful.
Unless you buy
also
Fuma
just
Shuriken,
don't get
it's
him
rough. Fuma
like,
is really powerful.
Or the pinwheels.
I didn't mess with the pinwheels.
So, yeah, pinwheel is also powerful, but you can only get them from putting up a Fuma Shuriken in the Coliseum.
Oh,
I just spent a bet.
There. Yeah.
I had 2 for
Shadow.
So, annoyingly, I had 2 for Shadow, but that was a specific item you have to put up for the bet. And then I had 2 for the trophy of winning 10 battles in the Coliseum. And most items give you Typhon as a fight, and he just knocks you out of the battle instantly, and it's a draw. So you don't win. And he does that first turn guaranteed no matter what. So you have to find some item that actually gives you a battle you can actually fight and win. So the Fuma Shuriken was just something easy to do for me to get the pinwheels.
Yeah, I just did, again, because I was rushing through, I just did the one fight to get Shadow, and then I got out of there. I didn't need to waste any more time in the Coliseum. I'll go back to the trophy
Cyan,
someday.
I never really thought was that useful with his Bushidos.
Oh man, Cyan has 2 moves that are incredible, and carried me through a lot of fights. He has like the flurry where he hits you 4 times, which again it goes back to that idea with Kefka where if you can just hit multiple times and you have a strong weapon and a high strength, you're worth your weight. Like it's fine. He was doing like 2,000 to 3,000 every time he took his turn, no matter who the enemy was. It was crazy. And then the Eclipse, which was just the same thing, but it was 1 hit against all enemies.
Interesting. Yeah, I never really bothered using them.
And it was
Strago, I
resource-free.
never really used.
Yeah, other than for the trophy, because again, I was going for the trophy in the first half too. I didn't really use them until it was time to.
I will say that I love what they did with Blue Mage in this. That he just has to see the crap.
Yeah, he doesn't
be alive.
That helps so much compared to the others.
He doesn't have to actually get hit by it. He just has to see like, oh shit, that happened. Like, damn, sucks for you.
Or like die from it for death, and then you have to res him before the end of the fight.
Yeah, like none of that crap.
Yeah.
If he sees you get killed, he's just like, damn, alright, I know how to do that now.
Yeah, that's sick, bro. Let me write this down real quick.
Realm was useless.
The first half, she was strong for me, again, because I was playing it straight, and so her sketch ability was helpful, and her control ability is helpful too, for like getting the Blue Mage shit. But second half, I didn't use
that
her.
was pretty much all I used her for, was getting the Blue Mage stuff.
The enemies were too strong, and she was too underleveled. I just couldn't use her. I couldn't be bothered to use her.
Setzer with his slot is just kind of complete randomness, unless you're very, very good at the slot.
I put him on auto with the slot, and I got prismatic whatever a lot. So he was pretty useful whenever I
still
had
need
him.
to get.
But
he's one of the only trophies I still need. Is that stupid Joker's death?
I've got like 10 or 12 that I need to get, something like that. Maybe less.
And then what was it? Locke is fine, but his special ability of steal is just kind of like there.
I stole a lot for like for the first half of the game. The second half, he was like one of the last people I got, so it didn't really matter. But
well, and that's the thing. Like some of these characters, like he was one of the last ones you get, period, and stuff like that. No, I ended up using Sabin a lot because Blitz was just so good.
Sabin is strong. No argument.
Like especially once you get Phantom Rush, it was just like it's single targeting, but it's doing 9,999 to whatever it's hitting. Like, period.
I don't think I got Phantom Rush yet. He wasn't in my party, and I was like, I can't be.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know how to get it. It's not split or anything. I just didn't.
You just go talk to the master. Edgar, I used a lot because the tools were great for resource management.
Tools need to become
use like Flash. Flash was great for early game, especially for multi-targeting.
His whole kit
with no MP things.
His whole kit needs to be added to the Machinist in Final Fantasy 14. Like those are the moves.
Great.
The moves and tools that he has should be Final Fantasy staples. They're not for whatever reason, but drill, flash, chainsaw, those should all be straight up staples Final Fantasy stuff, like motifs or whatever.
I loved like chainsaw and drill. That is how I dealt with a lot of bosses, especially early game.
Yeah, very strong. Very good.
Celeste, I never really used her runic, but she was my strongest damage dealer. I just gave her forgot the name of the Master Scroll. So she could just attack 4 times, and she would just do 9,999 damage every time.
I didn't even know about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, you can equip, I think 2 of them, and they'll do 8 damage, or 8 times attacks. Or you can use it on Cyan, and he'll do 8 times normally, or what is it, 12 attacks in one attack?
Yeah.
The downside is you can't pick the target, but okay. Especially against single target bosses, it's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, it's not a problem for me. I'll look into that whenever I do the trophy cleanup.
And then Terra, I never really used Trance much, but she was a great mage in general.
I did, because the second half of the game is real magic. Again, if you're playing it straight, it's very magic dependent.
I can believe that.
There's a lot of people with the elemental weaknesses, and if you can trance her, protect her first turn, she'll like deal a bunch of damage in like 2 or 3 turns. She's very strong if you give her the time to cook. But I mean, like, if everybody's double the level they need to be, and they all got Ultima, fuck it, just don't need to bother with anything he wants. Just nuke everything.
Also, once you get Ultima anyway, like that's like the guide was even saying, that's pretty much the only magic you need for the rest of the game for as far as physical damage.
Yeah.
Or an attacking spell, because it's just going to it's null or non-damage or non-elemental damage, so it doesn't matter.
I was fine with it, and I'm missing 2 or 3 Magicites still. But is there a Curaga in this game? Because I so far I've only got Cura.
There's Curaga.
It's got to be one of the Magicite I'm missing.
It is.
Because Cura's strong. Cura carried me through a whole game and then up to Kefka too. I was doing fine with Cura.
Let's see who gives me Curaga. It was Lakshmi.
Lakshmi gives Cura. I have Lakshmi. I have most of my party learn Lakshmi. Maybe I just didn't see it in my spell list.
Yeah.
But
Phoenix
Cura
also gives Curaga.
Yeah, I've got both of those. I thought Phoenix only gave Arisen and Risen.
Nope. It also gives Curaga.
Weird.
Along with Raise, Array, and Firaga. One of the ones that I find it annoying that you get Odin and then you immediately lose Odin.
I did not.
If you want all of them. Yeah, as soon as you get Odin, you go into like the next room, and then like finish the Odin side quest, and you immediately lose Odin and it becomes Raiden.
Well,
which annoys the crap out of me because it's like, number one, there's just an empty slot on my thing. Number two is he would give you Meteor, which was really nice, but you lose access to him basically immediately. And I'm just like, that's kind of annoying. I mean, Raiden's good, but I never used Quick, which was the ability that you gain from him, which allows the target 2 actions each turn by stopping time for everyone else.
That's pretty powerful. If you could do that, and then you get 4 or 8 hit.
The level up's what I was using it mostly for, which is speed +2.
Yeah. I haven't played any of the like secret boss stuff, so I can't say for it. But I mean, Ultima with level 60 will carry you through all the main game pretty easily.
Yeah.
If you have that and like one healer for certain bosses like Kefka, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I like some of the stuff they did with their party member things, but I also, like I said, hate that some of them are useless. Umaro, one of the side characters you can get in World of Ruin exclusively, sucks. Like, he's just bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even use him.
Like, he's just bad. You cannot control his equipment. You cannot do anything. Like, he's just not good. And then Go-Go.
I do think the Umaro has one of the better sprite animations in the game. Which you can see it in the end credits, because I sure didn't see it in game.
Oh, I
was
gonna say, does it show? Yeah, does it show the 2 characters in the end credits if you didn't get them?
Yeah. Oh, I got them, so I don't know. But he breaks through a wall and then like shakes his ass a bunch to celebrate, and I was like, that's pretty. This is the kind of game that I could get behind.
Yeah. Go-Go is just kind of annoying because of the fact that Go-Go is just a mimic. He just mimics the other actions, which can be powerful, but it's situational, I guess. Because sure, it's powerful if it's like, oh yeah, you don't have to teach him like Ultima because he can just Ultima someone else's Ultima. But it's also annoying that that's like the whole thing with that.
Is this the first game with secret party members? Because I was always under the assumption like Yuffie and Vincent were the first ones in 7, but I guess it starts here in 6. Because your party in 5 is just your main 4. Your party in
and same with 4 is
like it's also
there was a secret, like 5 had the secret job class with Mimic, like
but not character.
But not a character.
Yeah,
no.
And 3 was just like everybody's the exact same, and 2 is all story, and 1 is you can be anybody. Yeah, this I guess 6 is the first game with like secret party members. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool concept with that, and I enjoyed it. I just wish they were better. I know
go ahead.
Go-Go is used in like the meta and stuff like that, so to speak, but at the same time, as a casual playthrough, he's not super great, considering especially how late you're gonna get him.
Yeah. If you were playing this game on the Super Nintendo back in the 90s, this was probably the peak of entertainment. This is like the definition of one of those why would I spend $50 on a game that I spend 5 hours on, or I spend $50 on a game where I get 150 hours on? You know, like
Yeah.
there's a ton of content here to do, and there's a ton. If you're not using a guide or just going completely blind, you're doing a lot of wandering around until you find like the next trigger or the next thing to do, because this world is open. Parentheses derogatory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's when you get to the world of Ruin, your main thing, because even when you talk, because I like to talk to the NPCs and get into the little story lore and all the flavor text and all that. There's a bunch of towns where you'll go in and you'll be like, oh, if you go east, there's this. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to go east. And then you wander around, talk to somebody else. Oh, if you go to the northwest, okay, I guess I go to the northwest. And if you go to the south, okay, they're just giving me info on, so I'm supposed to write this shit down or whatever. And then you just go wherever you want, which is freedom, yes. But if you don't know, like, am I too strong? Am I too weak? Am I going to get something that's worthwhile? Am I missing something? Is this going to trigger something where it's going to log me out? Is it an area where I can't complete bestiary entries anymore? It's very, very open, and I don't think that was a positive necessarily.
And no, I think later games will make that a it being open a positive, but this one I don't think was as much of a positive as it could have been for being an open world.
Yeah, and then especially if like you do a bunch of exploring with your team, you're like, oh, I got 1-2 people back, and then finally in the end you stumble across the rest of your party. Now you've got like 4 people that are super strong, and you have to go through the process of bringing everybody else up for the Kefka dungeon, unless somehow you're just gonna like let them be fodder, I guess. I mean, there's a ton.
Yeah, because some of those characters you get back so late. Like Terra is a character. Which, again, I don't get how she's considered the main character of this game, considering, like, the whole second half of the game is basically Celeste. Like,
yeah,
even a lot of going against Kefka, it's Celeste talking, not Terra.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to even say there's a main character in this game. Like, Terra is the flagship mascot, sure, but, I mean, at times it's Locke, at times it's Celeste, at times it's Terra. It's hard to know who... Thanks for the fart, Serlina. It's hard to know who the actual star of this game is. Also, speaking of like stars and story, I think a big detriment of the second half of the game is all of your development is in the first half. People are interesting and things are happening in the first half. The second half is all resolution. Like Cyan, for example, you're introduced to his home, you're introduced to his character, you're introduced to his tragedy and his motivation. By the time you find him, he's sulking. You help him resolve that, so he like gets, lets his family go that it passed, and then he's just in your party, and that's it. And
yep.
I found that significantly less interesting than the journey that it took to get there. All the second half was just satisfying conclusions to get them ready for the final fight.
Yeah, because even like, what was it? Sabin is just, oh look, my master's still alive. And then that's it. He just teaches him Phantom Rush, and there we go.
Yeah, and even in
and it's like
to get Sabin's...
they had to, I guess, come up with a conclusion because he was done basically.
Yeah. Sabin and Edgar's resolution is like in a dialogue box during the credits where a beam is gonna fall on Edgar, and Sabin catches it, and he's like, "I didn't mean to burden you with royalty. I just knew that you'd be better, so I left to train to be stronger so I could come back to protect you." I was like, oh, I wish that would have been, like, inferred upon in the rest of the game instead of, like, 2 text boxes at the end.
Literally, yeah, at the very end of the game, as the credits are kind of rolling. Great, thanks. I also...
I was going to say, for people like Shadow, he got a little bit... I mean... I didn't know about this until the second half because his story is parsed pretty, I think, healthily. And then you get like these secret dream sequences if you sleep in an inn with him.
Fuck getting those dream sequences.
It's random.
I need one more to complete all of them because I'm like, let me go ahead and just finish these because the game never tells you about this shit.
Nope. You just.
I don't know how back in the day you were supposed to know that if you went to these 3 specific towns.
I'll tell you how.
And then.
I know 100% how. Outside of Nintendo Power, you have one kid who's like, I love ninjas, Shadow's always in my party, And then he comes to to school. He's like, "Oh, well, then the dream happened. What dream are you talking about? Oh, the dream was Shadow. Whoa, I didn't." And that's how everybody figured out.
But then, how are you supposed to know there's 5 of them?
Your guess is as good as mine. You just keep doing it.
And then
the kid just keeps him in his party.
Fucking hell, I hate it because again, I got 4 of them. I'm like, all right, I need 1 more. After 30 times, I still haven't gotten the 5th one.
There's probably there's got to be a trigger because if it's just
there's not the game or every guy's just like, nah, it's just random.
That's funny.
And I'm like, fuck this. Like
they're really unfair with the randomness in this game. Like the 1 out of 16 chance thing, and there's like 8 or 9 enemies that are like that. It's crazy. It's just so much grinding.
Yeah, there's a lot of things where I'm like, I don't think that was good. The only resolution I liked in the second half that we got was Setzer's. I liked Setzer's resolution with like his rival / love interest, and the fact that we're now using her airship.
It looks like a giant Tampax pearl. When you're in the ship, it looks like an airship. But when you see it,
I didn't even
think of
that, but
it looks like a feminine product. I think it's supposed to be a blimp or something, but it looks like a Tampax or whatever those are.
But like I did like his. Like I thought that was kind of a fun little.
Do you know why?
Kind of thing.
It's because that's development. That's like not just the ending. That's leading to an ending, and we didn't get that in the first half. Everybody else's stuff we got in the first half. Setzer was written well in like giving you some here and some in the second half. The other ones didn't get that.
Gao was literally just, hey, if you want to, you can go see his father, who's like, hey, I just abandoned this little shit in the woods because he bit me when he was a child.
Is that it? I never got Gao's ending.
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny.
He left him in the woods because, like, as a child, he would just, like, he was insanely, like, feral and would bite and claw and scratch and shit. So he was like, fuck this. And he's like, I still see his, like, eyes coming at me in the darkness as I left him in the veldt.
So funny. This kid.
He was not too happy to see him when you come back.
Yeah, to be a father back before the internet. Oh man, just up and leave. That's so funny.
Yeah, but I'm like, all right. It was kind of a fun little thing because like everyone's trying to dress him up properly for it. So it's a neat little cutscene, but it's not really like, and there's nothing resolution about it. It's just, oh yeah, he sees his father. Realizes, that's a father, okay, and then calls it a day.
Yeah, it's just an origin. It's practically nothing, and I think this was a game where they put so much love and attention in it, but they needed to wrap things up, and I don't think that at the time they were the best storytellers.
No.
4 was probably still the best. I mean, there are moments in 6 that are probably better. Like the opera scene is probably better than any one scene in the rest of the Pixel games. But probably as a story, 4 overall is probably the best. For me, 5 is like my favorite protagonist, and gameplay, like plot and gameplay, I think 2 was my favorite.
Out of the SNES ones, I think 5 is my favorite.
I think
6 was very, very close in gameplay. It's just I hated that we went back to the 4 style of every character is like their job class essentially, and you can't change that. Other than eventually you can teach them magics.
Yeah.
But it's so far in, and I hated the fact that skill gains were tied to Magicite. Because you get Magicite so late in the game that every level you do is so useless. Versus every other Final Fantasy, every level you do is helping you get stronger. This one, it feels like, well, yeah, it's just useless to level up until I can get, the Magicites I need.
It's either stronger or you need the level to unlock a level of gear. But this one, you don't. Gear is super important. I think gear is more important than levels in this game. But if you're not
apparently people say that, but level is also determinative in your damage values. It's part of the calculation.
Dude, I can't imagine. That was one of the things that was impressive with me. Is like there's so many formulas going on in this game to figure out everything.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I can't imagine how much work went into the behind the scenes technical stuff of this game.
Oh, I'm sure so much.
Whether it all landed is up in the air. I can see how some people would say this is their favorite. I can even see how some people would say like this is the best one, but I would argue it's not. Now that I've gone through it, I can, for me, I can confidently say 6 is probably not the best Final Fantasy ever. But if you grew up in that era, I could see how you'd be nostalgic for that.
I think it's got a lot of good in it. And I think, like, I can see why people really love it. But at the same time, like, to me, it's also just kind of, I can see that there's quite a few flaws that unfortunately hold it back quite a bit.
Kefka's not as crazy as people wanted me to believe.
No.
Like, he did do some evil stuff. I mean, the dog fighting in the town square, I was like, that's pretty fucked up. There's no game I know that just showed off dog fights. But I mean, he did poison a town, but it's like, I've seen other villains, destroy villages and shit like that. I think people in Tales games do worse things than what Kefka did.
Yeah. I mean, hell, even in 4, we delivered a bomb to a fucking...
Yeah, we were tricked into committing...
to a place, like... Yeah. I mean, like, that was worse than necessarily poisoning them, because they were dying a lot more horrifically with the bomb and, like, fiery explosions and shit.
Yeah, and they would have died from a war of... what's the word?
Attrition?
Yeah, attrition. A war of attrition anyway. Like, Doma was doomed, as long as his forces kept focusing on it.
But it's like, and even if you want to say that it wasn't worse, it was still comparable. Like, I mean, people have done comparable or worse things in Final Fantasy. Like, so Kefka's kind of like, because people are always like, no, he's like the Joker in Batman. It's like, not really.
No, there is no Batman 2's Joker, and he's not smart enough to be the Joker. He's literally a nihilist, like straight up.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he is. Yeah, and it's fine. Like, I think he plays, like, a villain role fine. But he's not my favorite villain, and I don't think he's super well written. Because even talking about like the Magicite stuff, I don't remember that being in game that we find out any of that.
Dude, I have so much knowledge in my head from who knows where.
See, that's the whole thing. Like, I think that there's a lot of stuff that is in this game that's not in the game. Like,
Kefka, I really, really wanted Kefka to stand out more, but he just didn't have enough dialogue. He didn't have enough moments. We needed to see
he wasn't in the game long enough.
Yeah, in the first half, we would see him not at his Kefka-esque, I guess I would say. Because we would see him be like, hey, bow to the Empire. Oh, you're not? Well, I'll be back. And then he just trots off. And we saw that like maybe 3 or 4 times. I mean, there was a whole subplot where we were chasing him, but while we were chasing him, we didn't do any. You didn't see any of him. We were just like on his trail.
And even second half, he doesn't do anything. He just sits in his castle until you go and take care of him. I mean, we have like the remnants of what he did do when he took, led to the World of Ruin, but that's it. Like, him specifically, he does nothing until you get to him. Literally. Even entering the dungeon, he does nothing.
I think if I look back on these Pixel games, the 3 things that stand out the most to me, 6 isn't as good as its reputation precedes it. 2 is way better than its reputation precedes it. And 3 needed some fucking characters. I hope I never have to play a game where it's just all the 4 same characters again.
3, and that's why I think the DS version of 3 did better. But it's like, it needed a lot. Like, the original version of 3, as far as plot-wise, it was probably one of the weakest, if not the weakest, out of the entire franchise.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think 3 is the weakest. Wow, it's fun. I mean, not to toot our own horns, but we did it, man. We got the first 6 Final Fantasies done.
Yeah.
Those are
the
over
entire, 8-bit, 16-bit generation is over.
Yeah. I
If
had
I
a
can
lot
get these
of.
2 fucking trophies, I can platinum trophy.
Yeah, I need to knock those out at some point. Well, yeah. Any last thoughts on 6 that you want to go over or mention?
I hated some of the ending stuff because I guess I want to talk about that real quick. Like some of the things that happen. Like I hate that the ending is just literally like them escaping the castle and that's
Right.
the ending.
Yeah.
Although I do love, I guess let me preface this with the part I love about the ending is when they show like the book and then they show like, you know, for Locke and Celeste is like the bouquet of flowers and like his bandana and stuff. Like I love that kind of stuff. Or the coin spinning for Edgar and Sabin. That kind of thing was really cool.
Yeah.
I really thought that was awesome to see. I think the pixel work was really good on it. Loved that. I also loved the little credits of, even though I didn't rename any characters, so it was just Sabin as Sabin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I love that kind of thing. Like I see what they were doing with it. But my problem is like some of these endings just fucking sucked. Go-Go, you just kind of leave there. Like he just falls into a pit and that's it. Peace, I guess he's dead.
Yeah.
Shadow just finds a corner to die in.
Yeah. I was like, I should have watched those. I should have watched those dreams, man, because I'm a little lost. But I guess later,
nope. All the dreams tell you is that he wants to find a corner to die. So would you like me to tell you the dreams?
Yeah, because I'll wiki it later if you don't.
So the first dream is him and his friend Clyde. Or, sorry, Clyde's Shadow's actual name.
Oh, okay.
He finds, or it's him and his friend. He mentions the friend's name in the ending when he's like,
wait.
you know, hope you're
Shadow's
there to
name
see
is
me.
Clyde?
Yes.
Dude, I'm telling you, 6 has gotta be a sequel to 16.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way this is in the same world. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. But, so they rob like a train and get like 1 million gil each or whatever, and they're like, yeah, this is the start of like the Shadow Brothers or something like that. And then the second dream is like shit fucked up and like his friend's bleeding out and stuff like that, and Shadow's like, I gotta get you to the next town for medical attention. He's like, nah, like I'm not gonna make it to the next town, we're just gonna get caught. You need to leave me, but I need you to kill me first, because if they capture me, like I'm fucked. Like they're gonna torture me and shit, and I'm scared of that. Please just slit my throat real quick. And then Shadow's like, no, I can't do that. Why would you make me do that? And he's like, no, I need you to. And he's like, nope, bye. And then just leaves his friend to get captured. And then he ends up in the third dream is him ending up in a town. And you find out it's Thamasa.
Okay.
And then the other dream that I've seen, what it leads up to. So I guess I haven't seen the fourth or fifth. What it leads up to is that he's Realm's father.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's why Interceptor liked Realm and stuff like that when he met her, because
So
Interceptor was her mother's dog.
Oh, so Clyde was just dropping nuts from town to town to fucking
Yeah.
and then left Realm.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's what it's leading up to. But nothing comes of it. Literally,
Yeah,
they hint at it with Interceptor liking Realm, but even like when he's trying to find a corner to die in, he doesn't tell Interceptor to like protect Realm or anything like that. You know, like at least I was expecting at least him to be like, Interceptor, you need to leave now. You need to protect Realm or something, you know? But nah. And even throughout the game, he doesn't give a fuck about her.
He's a bad dude. And it's one of those things where like Dumbledore's gay, where it's like, I guess like that's interesting, but it never comes up. It's never relevant. To
Yeah,
the story
exactly. Like, I mean, it's one of those like, I guess cool, but what does it matter?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the issue with this is like, yeah, it's Realm's father, but okay, cool, I guess. Like, but I hated that Shadow just fucking dies in a corner. He's just like, hey buddy, I'm coming for you, coming to be with you. Hopefully you wait for me.
Yeah. Hopefully you're not pissed about the torture thing. 'Cause that would
Yeah,
suck for eternity.
like whoops. But Oh, I'm sorry. No, it was only one dream I'm missing. The first dream was just his friend coming to him like and being like "fuck you," and then after that was the flashback ones.
You dream of that. That's so funny. That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
But I'm just like, I hate that one.
I better have these dreams in chronological order.
Yeah. Thankfully he did. God forbid he had these in non-chronological order.
And we don't have a way to record them. Holy shit! Oh man, that would have been so funny.
But like, I hated that a lot of the resolutions to this didn't happen because the credits were them just escaping. So other than Shadow just fucking dying in a corner and Gogo being abandoned in Kefka's tower to die as well, like, you don't really get to see much of Celeste and Locke. It's just kind of like implied that maybe they're gonna get together, maybe,
Yeah.
kinda, because he saves her, and like,
Well, I think like for them specifically, she was still holding on to feelings because she had the bandana
Right.
or whatever, and then he's like, "You don't need that." And I wish he would have said something like, "Cause I'm here," or like, "We'll have more memories together." But instead, he just chastises her for loving him. It's like,
yeah, and then that's it.
Come on, Bob.
Then it cuts away, and I'm like, God, that's a dick move.
yeah, it feels very like early, like late
Like-
90s, 2000s Japanese. There is no,
'Cause the only one
there's
that-
never any love resolution.
Yeah, the only one that got like a real resolution in the credits was the Sabin and Edgar thing, like you had mentioned before. Like
Which
that was the
like
only one
2
that
lines
really
of
got.
dialogue. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the closest we got to a resolution in this whole like ending thing. And I kind of understand like Umaru is just kind of like helping them escape because like what the fuck, like he has no personality anyway.
Yeah, it's just
He's just a
gag
Yeti that
mode.
Mog knew. Like that was pretty much it.
That's gonna be the name of our next song, dude. Yeti that Mog knew.
Yeti that Mog once knew. But
Yeah,
like,
and then Terra.
yeah, I just hated. Oh, and Terra's was okay, but they just kind of drop lore of like, oh yeah, by the way, because she's like half human, if she wishes and hopes enough, maybe she'll become human.
Magic. Also, I missed the part where like I guess in the first half I missed the part where magic would completely disappear if the Magicite was, or the triple whatever was gone.
The Warring
The
Triad.
Warring Triad was gone, and I was like, oh okay. Well, I guess that was brought up at some point. I don't remember.
I guess I just assuming it was brought up at some point.
Yeah, because
It may or may not have been, but
because the whole point was the magic was gone, and then they refound magic, but it turns out magic didn't really disappear. It's just that all the creatures that exhumed magic went to like another world. But now with the Warring Triad destroyed, they just like evaporate. I don't understand the full logic behind that. Maybe I missed.
I don't
something.
either because I thought that the Warring Triad like weren't necessarily around before the other things.
Yeah, I guess if like the Warring Triad had created the Espers and needed to exist for the Espers like as an anchor, but they never said that.
Yeah.
They never inferred that or anything. I don't know why
No,
they
because
just
I had honestly thought that the Espers existed before the Warring Triad. Because the way it was worded to me, at least, was that the Warring Triad didn't come around until the whole war between the mages and the Espers.
Yeah, there's gonna be somebody that knows the answer. I mean, I'm gonna wiki a bunch of this shit later anyway because
Yeah.
I need to like see how the world feels about
But-
this game. But
I just wonder how much was like in Ultimanias and stuff like that
Oh, that's
versus
true.
how much was actually in like the game.
yeah, I guess this is from an
'Cause
era
that-
still
I will
coming where
say-
you need outside sources to get more
Yeah.
depth. Yeah, I guess that makes
Which
sense.
I don't appreciate that. Like, you know, to be like, no, you had to have read the Ultimania. And it's like, well, cool. Number one, back in these days, the Ultimania was purely a Japanese only thing.
Yeah.
Number two, like, it should still be within the confines of the game that I should get enough context and should just be seeking out the Ultimania for extra content. Like, extra context.
It's funny because I've seen like recently there was a documentary on the founder of PlayStation that I have favorited, but I like to watch like documentaries and history lessons and shit and that. It wasn't until like the era of 64 and PlayStation where storytelling evolved and was sophisticated enough to be like that. because it's not necessarily the technology, because they easily could have just written dialogue or done like visual
Oh,
novels
absolutely.
stuff. They could have, but they didn't, because they wanted to be game companies. And it wasn't until that next generation when there was like, we want to mix and merge movies, and the way that you do movies is with cool graphics and story. And I feel like if this game, if the premise of this game had been delayed 2 or 3 years to the PlayStation, I'm really curious what this would have been had they made a story focus. Hold on, I got a drink.
From Gurren. Okay. Yeah, I do think that's why 7 worked, or became as famous as it was, and worked as well as it did.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, like, it was that step of, like, no, we want to fully tell a real story, whereas they were on the cusp of it with 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah,
to be fair,
because they wanted to compete with movies. Like this was when like media started to become more massive and more like we're bringing the world together with our what's the word I'm looking for? Like our modality of entertainment. So since we're games, you know, we don't want to just get the gamers. We want to pull the movie and TV people in too. Man, I can only imagine if they were to remake this. I would not want a straight remake. I would want this would piss off all the old fans, but I would want a better, more modern way of telling this story. Rather than just like
I think you could leave the core, the core of each character the same in a sense. Like, you know, Edgar and Sabin still being the brothers that one was left behind to be the ruler, one was, you know, went out on a journey and stuff, like things like that. But you could do so much more with it. There's so many things you can do with that. You know, Terra still being the half human, a half Esper, and dealing with both sides of her heritage, and like, I would love if they just kept some of those core concepts that worked, and then just were like, yeah, we can make this better though. Yeah. Because they can.
to the point where I don't really even need the gameplay. If this were to be redone as like a manga or something, you know how like they do the Legend of Zelda games, but with like way more lore and more gritty and shit in the manga version than straight from. If they were to do that with 6, I would be day one. Like, okay, I want to know these people's stories. I want to know these people's voices. I want to see them go on adventures and stuff. But I don't need to farm for Ultima again. I don't need to attach an Esper. I don't need a GF, the Guardian Force, to do my shit here. Let's just like get the story, because that's I'm interested in. We should have got more of that. But yeah. I think this game was, and credit where credit is due. I'll even say this game was great. Is it my favorite? No. Is it what a modern game should be? No. Does it have faults? Absolutely. But in the world of Super Nintendo, where you have like Clay Fighter and like the 7-Up mascot game and Lion King, like
Chester Cheetah.
Final Fantasy 6 is a great game, like for sure. And in that world,
well, I will say, like, in the era that this came out, like this being the final of the 8-bit, 16-bit era, or the pixel era, I will say that the 3 SNES games that led up to it, to the end of that era, were all pretty good. Like, they were all great games compared to what came before it. They were definitely trying stuff new and trying to do better. I still think 2 beats a lot of things, or, you know, a lot of things in some ways, but I mean, this was definitely a step up from, you know, 3 and things like that. Like, and you could tell that the seeds of what would be Final Fantasy VII were here. You know, in trying to tell a bigger story and trying to tell a much longer story, since this game is considerably longer.
Yeah, hell, dude, you can see seeds from here in like 8, in 10, in 16. Like, you can see stuff here, story and character-wise, that are like in.
That's been part of the fun of doing these pixel remasters as well. Like, as part of Game Club, is like seeing the seeds of like, oh shit, like, you know, that would eventually like lead to that. That would lead to that. You know, discovering live on stream that this was the first game that had this like secret party members.
Yeah. And like I was making a joke about the Guardian Forces, but that is like stat adjustment with icons or whatever you want to call them. That's from 8.
That started here.
If you have a larger party, you want to probably, if you're going to do a game with a larger party, you want to probably narrow down the size of the party and focus more on the characters, which was 10. 16, you have like the skeleton of the story, a world with, how do we get to a world without magic and make it feel like it's the right choice.
Yeah.
Thematically speaking, 'cause I did want to get this idea out there out of my head. I feel like I always try to ask myself, what's the point of this? Like, what is the point of Final Fantasy VI? And I think the point, thematically, is purpose. Purpose guides us. Purpose leads us, but purpose is not easy to find. You have to work for it, and when you have it, you need to hold on to it, and that'll make life worth living. I think that's what I got out of 6 thematically.
That sounds right to me, because even like that was the whole concept of like going into the final battle and stuff like that, when he's just like, have you found your will or whatever, you know, or because you claim that, you know, there is a point to life essentially, and Celes is just telling him that yes, we found, you know, kind of our reasons to live, each one of us, and what we want to protect and what we want to build, why we keep building things even though we know it's going to be destroyed, even though we know we're going to die. Why we still do this kind of thing is because we have each found a reason to motivate us to do that. And that's, yeah, so that fits right in line with what you were saying about, like, it's about purpose and finding, and everyone has a different purpose or a different goal or a different thing that they value, or, you know, things like that. And that's okay. That's pretty much what the game is saying. Is like, yeah, whatever motivates you. You know, it doesn't have to be anything like super amazing.
It just needs
I
to be
mean,
something
hell,
that,
like
that
Gao
makes
was
life
just
worth
there
living.
because, like, yeah, these people just kind of became my friends, so I'll die for them.
Yeah. And I've done that for the other games. I don't think I have one for, well, one is weird because I have all the context of Stranger of Paradise, but
Yeah.
2, for me, the point of 2 is rebellion. You fight and fight, and when because like the world gets fucked up, you lose all your friends, you get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed down, but you keep fighting, so it's like rebellion, tenacity. That's like the point of 2. 5 is, for me, community, family. You have all these disparate people around the world, and your small group that you carry with you throughout the entire game. You have help from outside, but really it's your core party that carries you where you need to be. 3, I couldn't even tell you, man, because it's just a bunch of nights. 4, I want to be cheesy and say love, but I was very sick when I platinumed that game, so I'd have to look back into the story. But yeah, those would be those 3, 2, 5, and 6 probably stand out the most for me. 1 is an asterisk because I have all the context of Stranger of Paradise again, but like thematically, those are where I in my head, that's the point of those games. And 6, I think 6 was a good one to end on, where we're in, like, you know, we're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep doing our thing. It's a new generation that's coming, but no matter what, we'll keep pushing forward. I think that was a pretty good message for the team.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Like, I think that was an interesting one to actually have left off on for this era.
One more thing that I think the team learned, and this is just meta thinking, and I could be totally off, but something I was just pondering. I think because there were so many ways to just, like, you know, Ultima cheese this game. I think the team kept that into consideration for 7, because in 7, your secret bosses and shit, you couldn't just hit and win with 999 attacks. You had to have, like, other strategies or, like, limit.
Although there are easy ways to cheese the hell out of them.
Yeah, eventually people figured them out, but I think the team that was developing it, they were like, instead of, like,
they tried,
the game more balanced, we're just gonna make them so hard that you have to try to figure out the bullshit. I think 8 too, because once you figure out the bullshit in 8, you're, like, crazy strong for all of the game. But if you didn't do that, if you were just super casual, then those secret bosses would have been impossible. Some of the regular bosses would have been impossible if you were fucking around too much.
Yeah, you are correct on that. But, yeah, one thing I was just thinking about too, this is the first Final Fantasy let you actually swap around party members. Because 4 was the only time you had more than a cast of 4, but it purposely kept you in the with only certain ones based on plot.
Yeah, two has an asterisk on there, but like, spoiler alert, most of them die. So like you're rotating.
Well, yeah, so
you're
it was still a
rotating forth.
rotating cast
Yeah.
versus this one was the first time you actually could be like, no, I have 5-6 characters. I can choose who my 4 are gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah, because 7 and 8 did that. Did 9 do that? I never played 9.
Yes.
Okay, so 9 did that. 10, you couldn't choose your party until later in the game, right? It was all story driven until it was Anarchan?
Yeah, but that's pretty early.
Yeah. And then...
Or, no. It was... As soon as you get on the island, on Besaid.
Really?
As soon as you get...
It's been a long
Yeah,
time.
as soon as you get Kamari, you can swap.
So, yeah, up until 12 you could too. I guess... Yeah, 13 was probably the first one where you couldn't do it for a long time, not until you got to the plains. And then 14 obviously is just your person, just who you are. And 15.
And to be fair with this one as well, it kind of mirrors what 13 kind of mirrors it, because this one you couldn't really swap out. Like, they were keeping the party separate for quite a while to decide who you were going to get.
Stories, yeah.
Until World of Ruin.
Yeah, for story purposes, we keep the party truncated and separate. Yeah, again, another storytelling device that's in a later Final Fantasy.
So yeah, that would be in 13 when you get to I forgot the name of the place, when you could finally move around your party as you see fit.
Plains, I can't remember.
Yeah, which is they're essentially World of Ruin.
Pulse.
Like
you're on Grand Pulse.
Grand Pulse.
Yeah.
So even then, you're seeing in 13, which I mean, personal thoughts or otherwise aside, on 13, it's showing signs of a previous game. Like, it's playing or using things that were in a previous Final Fantasy. Like, as much as people want to shit on the Final Fantasy franchise, they do allude to other things if you've actually played some of these other games.
Yeah, and you don't have your head up your ass. I think it goes without saying, but like, until I played this game, I didn't realize 14, like ARR and Heavensward specifically, they stole so much shit from 6. Oh my god, the amount of enemies and stuff that I saw from 6 that popped up in early 14 was insane. There's so much content they pulled from this game, so maybe one day we'll get like a proper 6 crossover, but who knows? I mean, Magic.
I will say with all this Final Fantasy love, people should go out and read Final Fantasy Lost Stranger, the manga.
You know, I've known about that manga for years.
It is an amazing manga. It came out a few years ago as part of like some anniversary for Final Fantasy. But like, you end up with things like the Returners is one of the groups in that,
which is the rebels from
5? From 2, I think it was.
Was it 2? Was it the Returners? I thought,
or might have been 6 actually.
Was it 6? God, it's been 3 months. Feels like forever.
That's the problem. Like, but it's one of the rebel groups.
Yeah. Find real quick.
But I do appreciate too that, like, they have like Alexander in it as a summon. Because the main character essentially has Libra as his isekai ability. And Libra is an ability that doesn't exist in that world. So he sees things and he's just like, oh shit, like, it's this. And I do love that his knowledge of Final Fantasy is what helps him out in certain situations.
Oh, is it like a Final Fantasy fanboy gets isekai'd into a Final Fantasy?
So he's a fanboy, but he also works for Square, making Final Fantasies. Like, he's a programmer.
Okay.
His sister also gets isekai'd, and she was marketing team.
Man, Square sure does love jerking themselves off.
Oh, absolutely. But, like, I love... There's a scene where he sees this woman or whatever, and she mentions a name, and he's like... And looks at the design... You know, the way she looks, and he's like, holy fuck. And he's... Fires off, like, a magic at her, and it gets blocked. And he's like, Cindy, I know you're there. And then they're like, how the fuck... Because it was the Mega Sisters. And it's just like, oh, it's Mindy, Cindy, all that. So he immediately knew there's 3 of them,
look,
even though only 2 were there.
I'm a pervert, so if you say Cindy in Final Fantasy, I'm thinking of Cindy Oram. I'm not thinking of Cindy and the Mega Sisters. That's like an actual fan.
Yeah. But like, they also have other versions of characters that you see in the games. If that makes sense, like Sid. Sid is a cat boy in this universe.
Like a Mikote from 14, or he's just like a weirdo? Or like a
So
furry?
yes, it's a Mikote technically. They go by a different name because he's like, oh, you're a Mikote, you're a Hrothgar, you're, and they're like, what? No, I don't know what that means. So he gives like race descriptions. They're like, yeah, that is us, but like, but in that world, things like, raise doesn't exist, shit like that, because they're like, yeah, that'd be convenient if you could just raise the dead.
Yeah.
But
what about Phoenix,
like,
what about Phoenix Down?
And they're like, no, a Phoenix Down definitely, like, in, storybooks exists.
I don't know if
But,
I don't know if you were there when I said it, but I know I said it to Umai Boy on one of my streams. I didn't realize until 16 what Phoenix Down was. I thought Phoenix Down was just like a phrase for my entire life.
The down feathers of a phoenix.
I didn't realize that that's what it was until like a year ago. I was like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I wish Julian was here because I think he would fuck the Don Corneo character.
Oh, did they make Don Corneo hot in Lost Stranger?
Hold on, let me get you a picture of him because I absolutely think Julian would fuck him.
Is he still an asshole in that world, or is he a better person?
So depends on definition. He's an asshole running an underworld in the Golden Saucer. But he's more like a Yakuza from like Kiryu or something, where he's like the heart of gold, but he plays the tough guy because he has to because of the underworld. Even though he's like saving orphans and shit, like.
Yeah, no, okay, so I guess he's better than the 7 one, because I don't know how long it's been since you played through 7, where you got, because Corneo has a way bigger part in Remake and Rebirth, but it, I perused the world of Dojin, right, and it's really hard to find anything with Tifa that doesn't involve Don Corneo.
Yeah,
very dark situations.
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah, and and even in game, he's like a creeper who finds pretty poor girls and coerces them into fucking him, basically.
Here's the chapter art.
So like the
for
bar's
one of the chapters with him on there.
Real low. If he's better than that, then yeah, he's better. Chapter 59. Man, there's a lot more.
Yeah, each chapter is like 50 pages too.
When I learned about it, it was like in the early 20s that they were still chaptered.
Yeah, they're on 65 just came out.
Damn.
But yeah, that's Don Corneo
in
that game.
He's very
like.
He's actually a lion person. He's a Hrothgar.
Yes. Yeah, he's a Hrothgar.
All right.
And he just kicks ass. Like he's great.
Well, yeah, he's better than Corneo in 7. Because Corneo in 7 is a complete leech douchebag idiot. Although surprisingly resilient, I will say.
Yeah, then I posted a picture before of like that buff Moogle.
Yeah, you did post that picture.
That buff Moogle, that's Kate Sith.
That's so stupid.
That's the little the little potato on his shoulder is Kate Sith.
That's pretty funny.
And then the one that's fired with the gun that I posted, with the soil triad, that's Sid. That is Sid and Drag specifically.
I was scrolling up. We gotta get Julian a PS5 or something, because I didn't post a picture of it, but you can make shirtless Clive in Tekken, and he needs that in his life.
No,
as his friend, I need him to have that in his life. Okay, I guess we can wrap up the game club for 6. Any last, very, very last thoughts or things you want to get out?
No, I think 6 is a good game, even a great game. Is it my favorite of the SNES era? No. Is it my favorite of the Pixel era? No. But do I think it's great? Do I understand, like you were saying before, why people love it? Yes.
Yeah.
I just think that there's also a lot of flaws, having played a lot of the modern Final Fantasies, that it's like, yeah, this is not... It didn't age as well as it could have in a lot of things. And I just feel like it's lacking in some stuff. what pisses me off the most is the character resolutions and the fact that we really didn't get a lot of them. And that you had to really go out of your way for a lot of them.
Yeah. I like the game. I think it's pretty great, all things considered. And also not my favorite of any of these eras. Not my favorite Final Fantasy. Probably, I don't know. I don't see, not even in my top 5. I don't think it's even in my top 5 Final Fantasy.
No, I'll agree with you.
But like I get it. If anybody has a chance to catch this or watching this and you're interested, I definitely recommend it. I recommend playing the other games if you got the Pixel Remaster. Just give them a shot. Try them out. You never know what you'll find out or what you'll get into. And if you ever want to join the Discord, we'll be more than happy to talk about it with you. But with that, we will call an end to the Game Club in 2024. Let's get some hakushos. And now we look towards the future. You can't see it, but I threw my pointer finger in the air, and I'm pointing at the stars.
Hell yeah.
So we look towards 2025, and we need to figure out what we're going to be doing. I had a thought. One of the criteria that I had for games I wanted to do for Game Club was doing games that have some kind of depth or that we can talk about. And one of the things that I noticed about this year was that obviously most of the games we played with had a lot of depth because most of them were Final Fantasy. But yeah. I think a big part of the discussion, way bigger than I anticipated, was history, influence, legacy. And I was thinking, I talked about it a couple weeks ago, what if instead of me doing a month where I did PlayStation Classics, we did Game Club of PlayStation Classics? From things like Soul Reaver to Medieval to the original Tomb Raider, Parappa the Rapper, just even if we don't finish them, just getting these games and experiencing them and talking about them and sort of like getting those out of our like not adding those to our library of experiences in the world of gaming. I don't know how you feel about that.
I'm okay with that.
And I think I still got my list of PlayStation games that you and Zonek so helpfully provided. Yeah, Medieval, Journey, Legacy of Kain, Dino Crisis, Blood Rain, Abe's Odyssey, Parappa, Legend of Dragoon, Metal Gear Solid 3 because the remake's coming out soon. Devil May Cry, Onimusha. This would be a good excuse to go back to Onimusha, which I haven't touched since like 2003, something like that.
Yeah. Some of these I just probably won't be able to beat. Like,
same.
I just suck at like Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Like, I just won't be able to actually probably beat it. But
yeah, those are
I'll
games.
Play it.
Yeah,
like.
We could figure, and that would be another thing. Is like, which Abes did you play? Did you play more than one? Did you try? Because I think I've got, because of PlayStation Plus, I probably have like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I know. Right now, if you have the PlayStation Plus Game Pass thing, Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus are both free on there.
And Saralina said, "Ooh, Dino Crisis. What if we found a way to play Parasite Eve? Is that anywhere available? I don't know if we could play that actually.
Not that I know of. Like, I think the only way is emulators.
Emulation."
Or if you have a PS3 that you bought it on there before the PS3 shop went down.
Unfortunate. Is that a thing? I'm gonna look it up, just how to play Parasite Eve in 2024.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's on something, that's great. But I didn't care for the game.
Bro, what if it's on Android? Holy fuck!
Yeah,
that'd be crazy. No, I'm not seeing it anywhere. In 2022, apparently Square Enix marked the IP, but I guess nothing's happened in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, it's just not readily available without an emulator, unfortunately.
Oh, Pierce is here.
I know it's a game that people love, but
Yeah, Saralina won't shut up about it. I'm just kidding, Saralina.
Yeah, I used to have that game on PS1, and then I bought it at a convention, played it, traded it in within like a week of the convention.
There's absolutely no way Per Saib is on Steam, is it? I know I said it'd need to be PlayStation games, but no, it's not.
I mean, if it's on, I was gonna say if it's on Steam, then hey, like,
no, it's not there. Okay, maybe we'll figure something out if it comes to it. But yeah, Pierce said that he found a copy of FF9 on PS1. He just needs to get a PS1. I used
nice.
to watch my brother play it, and it's awesome. Yeah, we can do FF9 on the side. We don't have to do that as part of a game club, because God knows.
Yeah,
we
that
played
one's
a lot
also
of, Final Fantasy.
that one's also available on modern consoles. So, because pretty much every Final Fantasy except for 13 is available on modern consoles currently, like through an HD remake or remaster.
13 is available on Game Pass for sure. I can't speak for the trilogy.
Yeah, but it's the original one,
Yeah,
and then
it
like
is.
all the others have gotten an HD remaster or
Yeah.
remake. So I'm hoping that 13, like, I think the hope is that next year they'll release a trilogy, and it'll just be 13, 1, 2, and 3.
The 15th
altogether, which would be
anniversary
great.
of 13 was a couple days ago, I think.
See, and that's why I think people are hoping that next year we'll get it, because obviously it didn't come out this year, but
Honestly,
it
as
was
a
an
dude that-
anniversary year for it.
as a dude that just platinumed a trilogy like 6 months ago, I don't want it to come out. Because if it comes out, I will buy it and I will play it. I really don't want to platinum it again.
Yeah.
That fucking.
Well, I'm hoping it comes out and it has some quality of life improvements.
Oh yeah, for
but-
sure. Easier platinums would be my because I really don't want to fight
Yeah.
more Adamantoise. That is outrageous. Because this is gonna be a mini rant for 13. The problem, I mean, fighting them alone is difficult because the battle system is nuanced and you have to have proper time because it's not turn-based, it's ATB, like most Final Fantasy games are. Because a lot of these fuckers don't know what turn-based is. But it's ATB, so you have to get your actual timing and your moves right. But also getting to the point of being able to even have a chance of beating those things is a journey. Like even if you max out all of your Crystariums to the
Yeah.
max, and you have like every single ability and stat boost that you can, it's still not gonna be easy. You still have to have the right timing and the right moves and the right party and the right equipment. Like it's just a huge pain, and that's like to get all the way there. And then you have the stress of like you have to own every single piece of equipment at least once in that game, so you can't like miss any. And man,
Yeah.
it's stressful. But I did it. I have it. It's done. But
It's still an impressive platinum trophy,
Thank you.
or all achievements, whatever you want to call it. Like
Yeah.
it's still impressive as shit. Like,
yeah, I did it. Oof. But yeah, I was thinking we could do, and what I'll do is because we still got one. I think we got one last stream, like the end of the year stream. At
Yeah,
least
we
I'm doing on the
we
31st.
should.
On the 28th. The 28th. I figure that what I can do is I can put, that's like 10 days from now. I can post an announcement in the Discord and just say, hey, we're gonna do PlayStation next year for Game Club. Post your favorite PlayStation games or games you're interested in playing. Like I
Are we just sticking to PS1, or
PS1,
are we also
PS2.
including like PS2?
I think PS1, PS2 is fine as long as they're playable.
Okay.
Like we can get them. Because I was thinking, Spyro is also a game that I personally never played, and people would probably want to play it. Sly Cooper, I did like maybe an hour of, and I wouldn't mind going back to that. Jack and Daxter is very fun. I beat that before, but it's been like 20 years for me since I played that. It's just whatever you think is notable for PlayStation that people should probably experience. I think would be fine. But I'll go into more detail.
Well, and
on that
especially
post.
like I guess ones that led to, full-on series and things like that.
It'll also be a good chance for everybody to like replay Okami or play Okami for the first time with the new sequel coming out or whatever it's gonna be in like 3-4 years. Who knows how long that?
3-4 years. It's gonna be even longer than that.
Yeah.
Because they said they basically said they weren't even gonna start on that shit for a while.
Yeah. They
They're
were
like, you're not gonna hear from us from a long time before they even announce anything about this thing. I'm like, oh, you're not even like design stage. You just have a concept that, hey, we eventually want to do this.
Yeah. I think a big part of that was about that announcement was announcing their studio. I think the studio is the more important part because their shareholders are probably going to be thinking like, why would we invest in this? It's like, oh, we've got this big thing that people are excited about down the road.
Yeah, but the fact that they also
It's so long away.
didn't even realize there was an already sequel to Okami means that they really don't know anything about this franchise.
I had that thought.
And yet I expect them to
I had that thought,
do good.
and I was carrying that. I think the sequel is just like part of. I think when they say that, they just mean part of the series. I don't think they're like ignoring Okami Den. I think there's just like a new Okami game is coming out rather than because I think if they had just put Okami, the people would have been like, is this a remake? Is this a remaster? Is this whatever?
Yeah, but they could have said a new Okami sequel.
Yeah, well,
or a new game in the world of Okami. No, they said or like the Okami sequel.
Yeah.
Or
no, they said Okami sequel. So I think it could be
a
sequel
and it's
to
just
Okami Den or whatever the other one. It was on the DS, right? Or was it PSP?
DS.
DS, yeah.
Yeah, the Okami sequel, which implies that it's the sequel to Okami, which already had it.
Technically, grammatically speaking, they're not wrong. But I do see your point that people would ignore Okami
instead
Den,
of
thinking
an
it's just...
Okami sequel.
Yeah.
Because if they had said an Okami sequel, it would have been like, well, yeah.
I'm willing to forgive these Japanese men for not having the best grasp on English.
I'm not.
I know you're not, but I just wanted to put that out there that technically it is an Okami sequel. Like assuming the story is, part of the world. I'm more interested in that Onimusha because man, I was so disappointed in 3 because I really love Jean Reno, and I was like, oh, Jean Reno's gonna be in this game, and then when I played that game, he was just like using an American voice actor. And I was just thinking, he is a professional actor. You paid for his likeness. Get him to record the lines. Yeah. He has a fucking distinctive voice.
Well, I mean, if you were already going to pay him the money anyway.
It's like, come on, guys. So, anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Blood Omen Legacy of Kain looks like shit. Holy fuck.
And yet, I've never played it, and I've never really... Oh, you know what? I would love to play it. I would love...
Soul Reaver is, I think, the part that everyone loved more.
I can't believe that in a world of shooters and like Rainbow Six and shit, PlayStation invested in Concord and didn't return to the SOCOM series. Like,
yeah,
people want to. I would assume people would want a competitor to Rainbow Six. They should have just returned to SOCOM. But I mean, what do I know? I'm just some idiot, right? Fucking.
It would have been really cool. I mean, I was never a huge fan of SOCOM. But it was the competitor for like Ghost Recon, which Ghost Recon Wildlands did decently well. It wasn't like a smash hit, but it definitely made back its money and was a profitable game, and kind of revived the Ghost Recon franchise. Even though they haven't done anything else with it currently, I think they're planning to.
Yeah, they tried to do that one. I made fun of it so much when it was premiered, but. It was like Rainbow Tom Clancy's COVID-6 or something, where it was like infiltration and you were trying to stop or capture a bioweapon or something, and that lasted all of like 3 months, but it just came and went. But yeah, they could have done SOCOM. They could have done was it Warhawk, the flying game?
Yeah.
I don't even know if anybody else remembers that. Siphon Filter. Everybody's been wanting a new Splinter Cell. If we can't get Splinter Cell, give us Siphon
Splinter
Filter.
Cell is one. Yeah, Splinter Cell is one that I'm surprised hasn't come back nowadays.
Your guess is as good as mine, dude.
Like, I know why it went away, but that was also because they were like drowning that franchise by putting out a bunch of them, and some of them were lesser quality than others.
Yeah, thank God Ubisoft learned their lesson about that. Holy fuck.
Yeah. We're all thankful they clearly learned their lesson. Assassin's Creed. We want to put out an Assassin's Creed game every year.
I think they want to put out like 3 of Assassin's Creed games next year. It's insane. Like, make me a new before you close. Make me a new game of Phoenix Rising, and then get the hell out of here. I don't need another Assassin's Creed. Anyway. Yeah, I think that'd be a fun idea, is like to do a year of PlayStation classics 1 and 2. We're old enough that 2's a classic now. Unfortunately. Yeah. So I'll put out a feeler later and be like, suggest some games, and we'll get a list. Maybe I'll use the wheel. We'll wheel whichever one we're gonna do per month. We'll figure it out.
That'd be fun.
But yeah, that's Game Club. Thanks for sticking with me, Scott, for this whole year. We had some people come in, some people come out, but I hope the discussions were good. We will be moving on to some games next. You want to play First Ascendant?
Sure.
Okay. We can always use a third or a fourth, so if anybody wants to download First Ascendant and play with us, you're more than welcome to. It is free to play. But you do need a
I know there
PC
was
or
an
PS5.
update today on
Oh, was there?
PS5, so yeah, when I tried to do my login bonus, it made me update. And I did my login bonus yesterday, so it must have been an update today.
All right. Then I'm going to get that taken care of. I'm going to change the screen to BRB, and we'll give it like a 5-minute timer. I got to go pee anyway.
Okay.
All right. So stream will be going to BRB. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, that's cool. You are kind of low in... for me.
Test check. You know, it's my.
Okay, you're good.
Okay. Do a quick test. Test check 1 2 1 2 test check test check 1 2 1 2 test. Okay, right there. Should be audible for the stream.
I am currently doing a quick mission, so...
I'm on day.
And it just finished.
6. Okay. I've never actually done multiplayer on the First Ascendant.
I have never... I have obviously never done multiplayer on the First Ascendant. I thought you played with Surge.
No, we've talked a bit, and I think I wanted to, but he was doing other stuff. Also, I think I need... One of the things I realized is that with my PlayStation and my capture card, I need to power cycle them to get like to get it to be smooth as I like it to be. So that will.
How do I rank up my mastery?
You just keep doing stuff.
Well, it says rank up available, but
Oh.
what does that mean? Like. Why is your volume suddenly low again?
Test check 1 2.
Yeah, you're good again.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, it's my mic. I need to do something about this. It like drops at random points. But thank you for letting me know.
No problem.
Social.
Alright, where do I have to go for this shit?
Who is my... Are you hidden? Like, are you showing away from whatever?
Not that I know.
Okay.
Shouldn't be.
How do I see my PlayStation friends? Friends, there you go.
Looks like the microphone can't be used right now. Try again later.
Okay, I sent you a friend request.
A new friend request has arrived. How do I look at friend requests? How do I do anything with friend requests?
If you do the touchpad and go to social,
okay.
Maybe it's there.
There we go. Accept as friend.
Okay. There we go. Party invitation.
Is this gonna be one of those annoying things? Okay, good. I'm like, because like some games, it's like it closes the app or the game real quick to reopen it because.
Who knows in the year of our Lord 2024. Okay, if
All right.
you from the starting area, if you head to the left, there's a big old picture of the Earth, and there's an entrance, and it's in here. Also, I don't know how open mics work, so you might want to mute your controller if you're using your controller mic. I don't know, that's a thing though. Oh, and then you just use this activate prime hands over here. This console, and it'll give you a little cutscene. I do recommend watching the cutscene once, just so you know how ridiculous it is, but then after that, you probably want to skip it every single time.
Alright, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much yes game. I get how to do this. I just didn't know you had to come to this fucking machine.
Yeah, this game is crazy about menu bloat. Everything has a menu.
Yeah, and not all of them are helpful menus. I have the power. There's a weird cutscene.
It's so weird, right?
I love when people just look at their hands to show how powerful they've become. Like, like, amazing. Okay. I now have new subquests.
Sick.
Yay! I like that just like a ghost icon appears and I'm just like...
If you see anybody
just
doing
run
that,
up and...
they're like really fun, crazy ones. We need more people.
So we don't have 2 other people. Yeah.
All right. So the way this is gonna work is you just go and I'll follow because I'm gonna basically shoot everything for you.
That works. I'm just gonna work on story quest because I figure I might as well try and go for the platinum.
Yeah. There's only 2 that are really tough. I might as well go check my progress on them. This whole game is a menu
Oh,
headache,
only
and
party
it's-
leader can select the map.
Oh, do you want to? We can drop the party and then you can invite me.
No, it's fine.
Well, no, because like all of my stuff.
Oh yeah,
is,
because
like,
I'm
way higher.
Okay, yeah.
Expulsion. Oh, transfer party leader role. That's much better.
Okay,
You're an
there we go.
outliever.
That's much faster and easier.
Oh,
Let me grab my stuff
special
from
human
Anus over
child.
here real quick.
What do you need?
Like how it still tells me party leader has requested a move. It's like, yeah, I know, I did it.
Thanks, game. Would have been lost without you.
10 out of 10 game. Alright, over this way. I love how I got 1 trophy just because of one of the login bonuses was like, get a legendary weapon. I'm like, oh yeah. They just gave me one, so free legendary weapon.
There's like a side mission that'll get you your first one as well. The first like couple aren't too difficult. The problem is like, so the way that you make anything in this game is you'll usually need 4 or so pieces of materia or materials, and you need to get them either from beating bosses or being specific missions, or you can make them, and making them is also requires its own thing.
Yeah, I know right now, I think the plot is having me get the bunny character.
Yeah, you'll get her pretty easily.
Well, I'm wanting the ultimate one for
Oh yeah,
login
you get that one
bonuses,
even
but that'll
easier.
be like in 2 weeks.
Bring it.
Like so far from what I've seen and played of the game, it's not a bad game. It's just
No, it's not. It's just
You know,
super fucking
it's just
grindy.
yeah, and I get that they want you to pay, and that's kind of the thing. But like you can just buy the Descendants and stuff instead of grinding for them. But
Nope.
I don't want to. Like. Level 8 reached. Yay. Or like level 30 something. I also really haven't fought my first real version of a like boss.
Oh, we're gonna.
Cause you fight like
beat
that
the
little
shit out of
tutorial
it.
thing, but
Yeah.
Oh, looks like they're serious. Maybe our radar really is bothering them. Let's show them what an electrifying attack looks like.
Oh, I guess I'll put it right
Whew. Looks like they're falling back. Great job. I'll need to get a
how
move
was
on.
that?
here. Jaber has a turret, so I'm just dropping the turret and
Oh.
auto shoots things. That's what that little thingy is right there. That's my turret.
Oh, that's what those things were.
Oh, yup.
Alright, so I just need to go towards that thing. Yay! I do appreciate the free little bear that's drinking a soda.
It's so awesome. I love that one. I did
The
mention
cat
on-
one's very adorable as well.
Yeah, I said on stream that if I unlocked it through natural gameplay, then I would buy the battle pass so I could actually get it. And I did reach that level just playing through the campaign. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll spend the 15 or whatever it is, because that's another way they trick you in these games is you have to buy currency, and like I don't have time to do math.
Yeah,
Summoning assault turret.
they're just like, yeah, do this, and you're like, all right. All right, let me activate this thing. Start the mission. I also just do not give two shits about the plot in this game.
Nope, me neither, man. I was skipping all the dialogue.
Like, I have not watched a cutscene. I have not done any of that. I'm just like, okay. But the gameplay is fun.
Yep, for sure.
Eventually I need to go back and give, like, Destiny another chance.
Destiny is fun. It's just I mean I haven't played it in years. When I played it at launch, and Destiny 2,
Yep,
I never played
same.
Destiny 1. And the problem is like at that time there was like no content at the end of it. But I don't think that's the case anymore. I think there's tons
No,
of
I mean, there's like a bunch of expansions now too and stuff like that.
I've heard it's very predatory on how it makes you spend your money though. We
Oh,
we gotta
that
pick
kinda
up
sucks.
this thing, I think.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, we gotta stay here in this circle.
Alright, I will stand right here.
My church
Let's just
is
get this thing
doing a
over.
bunch of shit. Oh, good night, Serlina. Thanks for
Bye,
hanging out.
Serlina.
This is where the fun begins.
Who is shooting back there?
Oh,
Summoning assault turret.
probably a ton of other players in here.
Probably. If you're in the area and you check your map, the game will show you other people that are in the area.
Which is nice.
Yeah, there's another squad over there doing some dumb shit.
Pick up
We
a
need
bunch
to,
of
for these,
shit.
you gotta, when the tower pops up, you gotta blow up the thing on top of the tower. And then I think that will let us go to the next area.
Okay, I gotta pick up this. The suspicious battery pack.
And I think
And
you
then go over
gotta
this way.
deliver it somewhere.
Yeah, it popped up. There you go. I apparently delivered it to that thing. It just kind of vanished.
Yeah, so if you're not paying attention, some of the missions are very much not enemy focused. You just gotta pick up stuff. And so you could sit there for a long time and just shoot, and just waste a bunch of time. Wait for these guys to drop.
Try out this other weapon. Oh, that's what a battle rifle is. What they really mean is sniper rifle. It'll also be nice to unlock some other descendants.
You should be able to get Bunny and
The first one's Bunny. I know that, like, because they have me trying to get Bunny for the plot.
I think after that you have to.
And then- Yeah, I need 5 for the trophy. And I know I'll get Bunny, from the plot, and I know I'll get Ultimate Bunny from the little, like, promo login thing.
You should be
So
able.
then I
to
just need
unlock
2 other ones.
You should be able to unlock another descendant right now. Well, when we get back to Albion, I'll show you how to. Because I'm pretty sure you got the currency. We got to pick up the bomb. Okay. There's the bomb.
I also can't figure out where the store is for, like, all the crap, the event store that they've been giving me credits for.
There's this.
Because, like, every, logins, like, yeah, here's some event stuff. And then I go to the event store the only event store I can find, and none of the credits match up to that. So I'm like, okay.
You gotta come over here, bro.
I know, I'm collecting crap.
Seems the electrical grid is connected underground. The output amount is just right for operating a command center. So the Vulgus command center is underground. I'll let Bunny know.
Ow.
Reload.
Alright, one thing that I need to get used to again in this game is if you sprint and you stop, you don't need to hit sprint again. The game remembers you're in a sprint state and you can just keep running. Because I'm so used to it stopping and then I have to hit sprint again,
yeah.
I make myself walk all the time.
Let's see, where's... Oh, I guess I gotta collect the quest from Albion real quick for Bunny.
Yeah, we're going to be running through missions super fast, so there'll be a lot of teleporting.
Well, yeah, because all these early game ones are just gonna go by quick.
Alright, when you're done with that, let me know, because I'll show you how to get...
Yeah.
Probably get another Descendant. I'm pretty sure you got the currency for it.
I also still need to figure out again where this event shop is that
Brother, I'll figure it out with you. That's just paint. This is a members only item? Or once the purchase is confirmed, you receive the product immediately and can no longer cancel the purchase. Confirm the purchase. What? Am I only allowed one of these?
What?
I'm looking at my inbox and...
Ah.
Can I get these?
There was a bunch of shit they gave me when I first logged in.
It just won't let me collect them all at once. I have to like manually pick these. This game is so efficient. It loves me hitting the X button.
It does. Yeah, because I loved where it was just like, yeah, you totally have, like, you know, was there when we hit the, like, 1 million download mark or whatever. Like, yeah, sure. But say, like, looking at the shop, if I look at, like, is it event skin? None of these currencies match up to the currencies they've been giving me.
Okay. Follow me over here.
Where are you at right now?
Jump in. Doing hip hops behind you. Detrás de ti, imbécil.
There we go.
We are going to head to Anus. And she is where you're going to do a lot of shit. So you're gonna talk to her, and you're gonna do event descendant exchange shop.
Ah,
And
okay.
I use mine to get Viesa, but this isn't all the descendants. There's like a group, a B group, and then like the ultimate group. And I guess you can just like pick from the A group, so whoever you want from here. Or you can get.
Do you get to see more of them before you actually like exchange?
No, you have to go. You have to exit because this game has a bunch of menu. You get out of her menu, start R1 to Descendant, and then R3 to Descendant list, and then you can click on a Descendant, and it'll show you what they do.
God,
and you
that's
can hover
so
and
annoying.
look over. Yeah, this game is just full of menu flow, and you have to. They're not grouped into the A group, B group that I was talking about. So you kind of just got to remember their names and like figure out which one you do or don't want.
It is really annoying.
For sure. have a level 1? I sure do. General rounds, no. I guess you're fine. Now you're level 100. And now... I'm figuring stuff out as well. Where was that level 40 weapon I saw? Ah, here's one. Aha. I can do 5. I need to do this. Crystallization.
Magisters are probably humanity's real hope, don't you think?
Is it enhancement material? Yes, and I can still make one more. I believe I need to make 10 of them for the trophy.
For
I'm
what?
I'm learning something to help you.
Ah,
Not earned. Assign module socket types 10 times. Expand the module capacity of a weapon that uses special rounds. Expand the so assign module types. Expand the module capacity. Expand the module capacity. Let's see. This one uses special rounds. Module max capacity up. And you need an energy activator to do it. And how do you make an energy activator?
If it's new research, I'm listening.
Energy activator. Enhancement. Here it is. Holy shit, that's a lot. Oh, please don't tell me it's the same materials as this. Well, I need to make them anyway. Nope, I need this thingy, an energy activator blueprint. I can get those on normal, but they're very low percentage on just about all in. Okay. Get them a lot, but I need one. Or I could spend real money to do it. That's
yeah,
fine.
that sounds about right.
And do I need that for this thing as well? I could okay, I need 8 hours anyway. Alright. Whenever you're ready, I'm gonna give you a quick tutorial to help you learn something for trophies in the future, assuming you decide you want to finish this platinum. Because these are the two
I probably will, but
these are the two that are gonna be a problem. But just let me know when you're ready to go over them.
guess I'll get this character. Not quite the character I want, but the character I want's not part of the base thing or whatever.
Yeah, like the available free ones.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, you want to go over this tutorial real quick?
Sure.
Okay. The first one is assigning 10 module types. So if you press start, or whatever the PlayStation Start is,
Yeah.
hover over a weapon and press triangle to go to module settings.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. On the right hand side, there's going to be module additional settings. Select that.
Okay.
And then assign module socket type should be the first option. Just select that.
Oh, I can't.
Right. I'm gonna explain this.
Mastery rank 7.
Yeah.
yeah.
So two things. What this does is you can assign one of those symbols to your socket, and that'll mean that the cost of that type of module will be cut in half. So that's how people get like super strong guns. Is that if you have like a high level module and it requires like 20 points out of your 40, you can cut it in half to 10, and like add more modules and whatnot. So that's how you can get really strong guns. You need to have, I believe, max proficiency, which is 40. So you got to use the weapon type until like you get it to 40, and then you hold on to that, because it is possible to reset that proficiency for other options, but in our purposes for the trophy, you don't want to. Then you'll need these crystallization catalysts, and that leads us to the second part of this. So if you exit out the menu completely and go back to Anus or Anise,
Oh, the special
Yeah.
human child.
if you do
do
research
you need?
request and then the last option, enhancement material, there's one of them that says crystallization catalyst, and you'll need to do it 10 times, and each one is going to be like an 8-hour wait. You get a couple of these for free throughout the story, but you will need to research them.
Wait, this crystallization catalyst?
Yeah, the one that looks like a circle, it looks like a halo ring.
I could literally buy 8 of them right now.
If you try to, I mean, you should, because I think you might get a trophy or something.
Because
for it
it's
anyway.
event Descendant Growth Shop has
Oh,
them.
yeah, you can get them there, and then you'll also need an energy activator. Maybe
They
one's
also
in
have that there.
Yeah, that might be in the growth shop as well. I might get that as well. Because, okay, so limit of 2, limit of 8. I need 3 of these, so, okay. You'll need one of those activators, and what you're going to do, the activator's a little bit different. So, if you go into your gun menu again, if you like look at your list of guns, I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
you have all your list of guns. If you hover over one, it gives you like information on the gun. On the in the top right hand side, it has the rarity, and underneath that, it has what kind of rounds it has. One of these trophies is expanding the module capacity on a special rounds gun. So you'll have to find one that has the orange bullet. I believe it's the orange bullet. And then you'll press triangle, you'll go to module additional settings, and instead this time you'll do max capacity up. And you'll need an energy activator, and I don't know if you need proficiency levels for that or not, but
I do not. I just need an energy activator.
And just
So use the energy activator?
Yeah, well, hold on. Let me go to the trophy again, because I don't want you to waste it. I'm just going to read the trophy out as it is to make sure. Expand the module capacity, which is the menu that we're in, of a weapon that uses special rounds, which I believe is that orange one, right? This is special rounds?
Yeah, that does specifically say special rounds.
Okay, so that should get you the trophy for that if you do it to a special rounds weapon. I would suggest, if you're planning on like continuing with this game, you'll eventually get a legendary special rounds one that you want to use it on, but if you don't care at all, you could just use it on a special rounds gun.
Humanity is very weak.
Let's see.
That's why humans need us so desperately.
Because I know I also have like the trophy guide.
I'm gonna test it myself. I'm gonna use my free one.
Yeah, because I know I have one just for free, I guess, that I got.
And I'll let you know whether it works or not. Because for me, I have a legendary special rounds weapon, so I'm gonna lose nothing by using it. Max capacity up. Yep, you get a trophy. So yeah, if it's a special rounds one, you'll get the trophy. So you can either wait until you have a legendary special rounds one, or which might, I don't know, you get a legendary weapon for the event, don't you? Did you?
Yeah, I got a legendary weapon for that, but it uses normal rounds.
Ah, okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at something.
there's so many menus. God damn it. Sick. Do I particularly like guns that use special rounds? No, I like the LMG or like the just machine gun with like 100 bullets in it. But I mean, I did it and I got the trophy. So literally all that's left is I need to get one of my legendary weapons to level 40 and then just use the energy capacitors to change all the modules on it. And that should get me the platinum.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if someone's done the math of like how many you need total for a platinum trophy.
In terms of these trophies, just because I've never done
Like
this
if you're
before.
just going for the platinum trophy, like I'm like, how many do I need? Because I can buy 2 from the shop if I need to.
Yeah, I can tell
Like the
me
end-game
I
currency
can,
shop.
I can tell you
And
in my journey, I only needed one. I needed one to get that literally that one trophy I just got. I've never used an energy capacitor before that. It's like all the trophies.
so then I'm probably just gonna do that real quick.
Yeah, if I look at the trophy list, complete. It's just doing stuff. Reach 10, equip module for the first time, enhance any module. You don't need any kind of capacitor for it. Combine modules, you just need money and like that dirt or whatever it is. Dismantle, you don't need anything. Expand the module, that's the one I just did, so you needed that special item. Expand the Descendants module capacity. Oh, do you need it for that? So you might need one, you might need 2. One which is fine. You do it for the module, for the Descendants module.
Yeah, which apparently you get another free one at level 40.
Yeah, you do get a free one there. So you just use that one there, and when you on your favorite idiot Descendant,
It'll probably just be the one ultimate one I get, but
yeah, and then that's it. And if I look at the rest of the trophies again. Obtain an ultimate tier weapon. That's if you might have already done that.
nah.
Expand level up a weapon through weapon transmission. Enhance a weapon.
Yeah, I gotta enhance weapons.
Dismantle
I don't know what
ability.
that's required.
You'll do a lot of these through tutorials if you just follow the tutorials.
Enhance a reactor for the first time.
Oh, enhance the reactor should be in a screenshot, right? So I should be able to see what my screenshot was. Oh, enhance a reactor. One of those things you put in your chest. You just gotta enhance it. That's very easy. Okay, that's nothing special.
That reminds me, I guess I should start, because I have to research something as well in order for a trophy.
Yeah, if you talk to Anus over here and have her do something,
Yeah.
just anything. I don't know if this early you have the material. I mean, maybe they gave it to you for.
I have some, but not, like, I have like 100,000.
Yeah,
So it's
you'll-
not enough to do anything
again.
super spectacular.
Because part of the mission is gonna be like get your first ultimate weapon, and you'll get like a machine gun or something. So just do it through there, and it'll be done. Everything that Anus does requires time though, like literal real
Right.
world time.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I was kind of noticing, was it was like an hour or like 2 days or whatever.
you can do more than one item at a time, but I don't think you can do more than one copy of an item at a time.
Right. Okay, so I at least know about that now.
Those are the only
Let
ones
me
that
look
like
at the trophy get again
I
real
had
quick.
I had to figure it out. Because the words are very deliberate, but everything sounds like everything, so it's
Yeah.
hard to parse through all the options you have in these menus. Also, I hate Jaber's jacket. I wish I could. The only way for me to change it would be like spend real money, but I don't want to buy him something.
See, and that's my, like, I don't want to buy anything in this game, like real world money with anything in this game. I like the game, but not that much.
Oh yeah, this is sick. The Black Owl for Jaber. I'd have to buy it.
Oh, so I ended up getting some nice stuff with my PlayStation Stars free money. I pre-ordered my digital deluxe edition of the new Yakuza Pirates Majima thing.
Oh.
And then
Majima
I also I also picked up Red Dead Redemption was on sale,
Sick.
the HD remaster, and then Jedi Survivor was on sale for like $18. So I picked up both of them.
You're playing it at the best time where all the growing pains are gone.
I'm still not even going to be playing it yet because I still haven't finished the other one.
I don't know if I mentioned it to you before, but I played it and I had a great time with it. But I saw videos of people playing it at launch. It looks like a completely different game. There's so many glitches and people falling through the earth and stuff. I didn't have any of those issues when I played. It was a very
I
smooth
heard
experience.
like looking at people's things, like it was a borderline unplayable apparently when it came out, but now it looks fine from what I've seen. Like, so I'm excited to play it, but I still have to finish Fallen Order. I only got about halfway through.
Am I the only person in the world that's excited about something that isn't showing off one of these girls' huge asses?
I mean, hey, their asses are nice.
They're ginormous. Do they have royal blue like Final Fantasy does? No. Do I have to spend real money to buy these clear paints? Yeah, I have to spend real money to buy dyes. I mean, you get some dyes for free, sure, but that seems unfair. They don't
Let's
have.
see,
They don't
apparently-
have royal blue.
Okay, so the assign module socket types 10 times is apparently the most time-consuming trophy to get.
Yep, and it's because of what I explained earlier to you. You have to get 10 of the. This was before the event. Now that you have the event, you can spend all your shit
Right.
on. But if you do that, you might not have enough currency to get the other.
Oh no, they're
reactors.
dirt cheap.
Okay. Do the math because I think
cause-
you only got like 1,000, and those reactors are 200 a pop.
But you can only buy 2 of them. I have 1,500. The reactors or the activators are 200 a pop, but you can only buy 2. And the catalyst is 50 a pop.
Okay.
You can buy 8 of them.
You buy, so that's another 200, so 600 total, if you buy all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those require a bunch of high level gear materials. So not only do you have to do the stuff to grind for them, but you have to play enough of the game to actually unlock them, or you spend real money and buy them. So your choice.
Yeah. Or you get event stuff and
Yeah. Which again, that's this month specific. So it's a good time.
yeah, which is
to do
why
it.
yeah. When you had mentioned like, oh, it's a good time to hop in, and I saw the rewards, I'm like, let me just hop in, and like anytime a game's giving free login bonuses, if I decide I want to play it later, I might as well hop in and get free login bonuses.
I love the level of detail that I get in customizing the skin that I can buy. I hate that it's also fucking expensive. Because I have to like spend real money to buy these paints. Do I have any special faces? Yeah, this with the duster? Oh, sick.
Okay, let's.
Oh, I think that's the one that comes with it, the Black Owl. I look like a Court of Owls villain. But I like this
Hell
one
yeah.
better. I like the night vision goggles with the duster. With the cat on my back. I'm sorry, Kitty, but you'll probably have to go away if I do this. Oh, I can be a one-winged angel? Sick.
That's pretty cool. All right, whenever you're ready, we'll teleport over.
Yeah. Just looking at shit that I'm probably never gonna buy. I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay. I'll look at more of the trophy stuff later.
And again,
For now, it's just
yeah,
doing side stuff and all that. So
other than the 2 I went over with you, like literally none of them require any real planning. If you just play enough of the game, it'll be done. Because that's what I did. I wasn't even paying attention because I thought it was going to be a bunch of bullshit trophies where it was like
Hero pattern.
activate 30 hours of bullshit.
Right.
Which it can be if you don't have the event stuff.
What is? Looking for the side quest that gives me the other bunny thing that I need. Wasn't enhanced cells, right? No, material pattern.
Bunny, is it the amorphous material pattern bunny?
Yeah.
On the right hand side underneath the red marker. That's what you need to do. It's Calling of the Descendant Slumber Valley.
Okay. Because apparently that's the one that will unlock that side quest item.
That one? Or you just helping out Pop-Tart?
Oh, no, I was reading my map wrong. But we're also helping out Pop-Tart.
Alright, we'll help out Pop-Tart.
Because currently I just need levels and shit, so...
I love playing Jaber because I hate aiming.
So you're like, yeah, put down shit, and then leave.
Aim for me.
It's like having your own little aimbot.
Come at me.
I also need to dismantle a bunch of shit, so I need to keep grabbing stuff.
That will happen very naturally.
Yeah, I figured it's just a matter of like, well, might as well keep grabbing shit. Is there any disadvantages to, like, should I just be immediately dismantling anything lower level?
Oh, you can't. Yeah, there's no reason for it.
Okay.
The only benefit I could think of is if you want to, like, if you really like a weapon and you want to make it, you like playing with it and you want to have high proficiency for all the bonuses and shit, then, yeah, hold on to a weapon and you can transfer a level to
the
it.
ancestor stated to an
But
external location.
I feel like that's a waste of
I'll send the
materials.
details
Just
to
let
Funnel.
it go and then come back to it later. when
Thankfully,
you have,
since
like,
they damaged
Yeah.
the network
100 weapons.
infrastructure, transmission speeds have been extremely slow. That came back to bite them.
Makes sense. I just wanted to verify before I start, like, decrafting things and be like, oh no, like, you could have used them to, you know, like, make this better. And it's like, fuck.
I honestly wish it were like that, but all you do is get real cheap currency. Was it this one? Yes, this one. Do you have a tube here in front of you?
Yep, there we
Okay.
go. I also had, let's do you want to do private or public?
You could do whichever one you want. We might as well do public to help people out, but we're honestly gonna speed through this.
Works. Yeah, I mean, you're high enough level that, like,
Have you
estimated wait time 63 seconds.
Yeah. Have you done any of these before? I don't know if this is gonna be your first time
Yeah.
going through one of these.
No,
games.
I've done like one or two so far.
Okay. There aren't
Because
really,
I haven't played much since I had to beat Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, there aren't really any secrets or special areas or anything, so people just run through them, and that's pretty much what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
If
that's fine with me.
If you get like a really high player or like somebody that's like a meta slave, you can get like a really strong Freyna or Bunny who just literally powers through everything. Unfortunately, I don't have those, so I'm still gonna be killing everything, but probably not as efficient as some of these other ones.
I just need to pick up shit, so, and level up. Like,
It'll happen.
Look, I like how they're trying to get some plot in there.
Yeah, they do be trying.
Descendant, if you see the Vulgus
I also keep forgetting I have a
please
grappling hook.
destroy it.
Yeah, it'd be like
At that range, I'll be able to intercept the transmission and secure the data. It's imperative we prevent the Ancestors' data from falling into Corral's hands.
Sometimes you'll be powering through this and there's like a death valley, and you totally forget that you have a grapple because you've been running around for so long.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, you don't really use them.
Ancestors' data packets detected. Transmission is taking place close by. We will all be at risk if you do not stop them. Hurry.
This is very reminiscent of my first time of going through these things. Where it's just like someone with a high level plowing through real fast.
You should be able to see the data transmitter shortly. I'll prepare myself.
Oh, I remember this one.
She's preparing herself.
By the way, a benefit of my turret is if I do give it steroids like this and it has that circle around it, if you shoot while you're standing in it, you'll get a shooting bonus.
Like a buff. Oh.
Yeah. It helps at certain points. Oh, we need to destroy this shit. My bad.
I thought we were protecting it for a minute.
Sending
But
assault turret.
Quite the opposite.
apparently.
Not yet. We gotta kill all the idiots. Now we can do it. Will you let me drop my turret, goddammit? Not let me drop my turret. Alright. Use the other bastion then.
Why are you destroying the device? Is this data not your objective? All forces, protect the transmitter at all costs.
Then not your
Great
objective,
job,
not really,
Descendant.
no.
I will collect the Ancestors' data. Please focus on the battle.
Oh, so I've been watching a bunch of movies as well. I figure I might as well talk about that while we're doing this.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I rewatched Galaxy Quest recently. Great movie. If no one's ever seen it, it's a fantastic Star Trek spoof.
I would say it's even better than some Star Trek content.
It was rated the 5th best Star Trek movie to exist
That's funny.
by Star Trek fans. But apparently it also played a big role in influencing J.J. Abrams when he did his own Star Trek movies. He took a lot of inspiration from them, or from Galaxy Quest.
Why can't I use any of my abilities? They're all like...
You need something for them?
No. I have MP.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this game, so
It's not working.
damn.
Some of my other characters, they're 100% ability focused.
Oh, one thing about Galaxy Quest 2 I did not realize was, number one, I didn't realize Corbin Blue was in that movie.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah. And then, the sound effect for when doors open in that game, or in that movie, is the sound effect from Doom. Video game Doom.
Is it?
Yeah, because Doom is an open source game, they're just okay. We'll just, use that.
Loading. Fuck out of there.
How do I... Okay, how do I junk this? Shit. There we go. Dismantle jump. We need inventory full. It just dismantled Jit.
Yeah, something's happening here. I don't know what. It's making me upset.
Upsetty spaghetti.
Yeah, on the upsetting spectrum, I'm at spaghetti.
Okay.
Somebody just went ghost.
But, I'm going ghost. Yeah, what was the other thing out? I also watched all 3 Beverly Hills Cop movies.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that experience in 2024?
The first 2 are still good movies, although I don't understand what, like, the 80s and had an obsession with Eddie Murphy's laugh specifically. Because there's so many scenes of just like him doing his like trademark laugh, and it's supposed to be like we're supposed to find this funny and entertaining, and I'm just like it's just Eddie Murphy laughing. Like it's fine, but
because my abilities aren't working, I can't grapple. My grapple isn't coming out.
Almost complete.
That's a problem. Or at least I'm assuming that's a problem.
Well, I can't get up there. I can't continue level. If you can run to the boss, it will teleport me there. But my shit's not coming out.
Second. I'm having the...
Okay,
my inventory's full, so I gotta...
Okay, somebody
oh.
teleport me.
Ooh, I was trying to pick up some shit. After this, I need to, empty my... or dismantle stuff in my inventory.
I mean, equip your strong, your highest level weapon.
Oh yeah, and then...
Can't see your bitch ass head. Wait.
But yeah, no, overall, Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, great movies. Beverly Hills Cop 3 sucks. It annoyed the shit out of me. Because there's like a plot point that just doesn't make sense. Because Eddie Murphy's character figures something out that he really had no way of figuring out. And it was just, they needed him to figure it out for the sake of the plot.
Wait. Yeah.
And I hate that crap.
Yeah, we call that a contrivance. Which, the 80s and the 70s...
Yeah, because it was like, there was this... The whole plot is that these people are counterfeiting money in, like, Disney World, like their version of Disney World. And, like, you know, the person that actually owns it, like, the company and all that, is wanting Eddie Murphy to figure out what's going on and, like, solve that. And there was a CIA, or an FBI agent that's like, no, we're... You know, the whole movie, he's like, no, I need you to not make a move on this guy because I need him to lead me to, you know, like, the big fish or whatever. And then, like, at the end of the movie, Eddie Murphy's just like, yeah, I knew that there was someone else. I knew it was you. And I'm like, how? He's done nothing in this movie to actually, like, imply that he was the villain. Like, the true villain. How did you know? Like, other than you needed to because the plot demands you know.
Two things. My game was having issues. As soon as that round, as soon as I left that level, my game crashed. So I'm logging back in. And two, that's one of the things I loved about Black Dynamite is they spoofed that so well. Remember when they were like in the restaurant and they were figuring out that they were trying to make their penises smaller? And they were just like going from point to point to point, and it was like something's the god of something, and he was famous for this, that, and the other. It's like, yeah, and what does that rhyme with? This. It was really stupid. Send me an invite when you get a chance again.
It's fine. Yeah, give me a second. just dismantling some shit so I can pick up some assumably better shit, but yeah, I hated that in number 3. It also just was not a great movie in general, but that made it much worse, if that makes sense.
Yeah, lazy writing doesn't
All
help
right.
out with any game. There we go. Your
Like-
your PlayStation icon is Gareth or Galuf, whatever his name is.
Yeah, for some reason, I guess maybe getting the platinum trophy gave me a bunch of icons, like of all the party members.
That's so funny. Alright, here I am. I'm here somewhere in the world.
Alright, give me a second.
There you are. I found you.
I have an inbox item.
How fancy.
Is it because it's after midnight? No, lost and found. I don't fully know what that means, but okay.
Yeah, I think sometimes if you leave specific items in a boss fight or something, it'll just deliver them to you. But I don't think it works with everything. I don't know the nuance of it.
Let's see, did I get a better assault rifle? Because I like the assault rifle, and that's what I want. But I want a better assault rifle, because the assault rifle I have is like level 3. There we go.
Fury craft some more shit.
That's fine, you got a little bit of time while I kind of decraft a bunch of shit.
Doing this is gonna make me actually buy a fucking skin for Jaber, and I don't want to do that.
Little did you know that I'm just hired by the developers of this game to start playing so that you would spend money.
He looks way better without the like the fucking vest that he wears. I don't know why they gave that to him. It's got to be a Korean thing, like because Jaber looks
this
like a
game
J-pop
Korean?
or a K-pop idol. It's Nexion, dude. These are that's why I keep making
I've
Korean
never
jokes.
heard of these people.
Yeah, it's a Korean game. That's how they're making all their money. They don't give a shit about fair business practices. What is this? 125 as opposed to 750 for the owl? Holy crap. How much for this 450 for the stupid K-pop jacket?
How much for the things that show show asses?
I don't know. I've never looked at a. This is the first time I've ever looked at the shop
Commencing.
for
Turret
customizing my character. Actually.
synchronization operation.
I thought I got Alyssa. How come she's not here? Do I gotta actually craft her after unlocking her? Fucking wait, hold on. I'm gonna talk to Anus and have her actually take the 13 hours to build my free character.
Damn. Not so free now.
Well, you might have to do the same thing if you just picked your descendant.
If
Fuck.
there's something you need, you'll need to pay.
No, I don't have the materials for her.
Don't sort by new. I want it sorted by level. There we go. That way I can get rid of all dog shit real fast.
I bought her. How do I get her? I hope you got yours because I don't see my Viesa.
I don't know. I gotta look in a minute.
My Viesa.
Let's see.
Do I have any materials for anybody to make them? Got one for Valby. Sergio went through the trouble of making Valby, like, legit. I was so impressed. That's an insane amount
Who's
of
Valby?
grinding. She's like a water-based healer character. I've seen one person.
I think she's the one I got.
I've seen one person like use her legitimately. It was insane. Like, if you really build into her, she's very strong. But just at base, I was not interested in her at all.
Oh, okay. Had to sneeze.
Bless you.
Commencing. Turret.
Thank you.
Synchronization.
Alright, let's dismantle junk.
Oh, they gave me a medal and I can use it
Give
to
me,
recruit VSA. So you have to go, whoever you picked as your descendant, you have to go into your descendant menu and then you can unlock them there.
Ah, okay.
So I got her now.
Wanna feel a chill?
So,
I swapped over the Blair. I gotta
Why
remember how to
is
play him.
everything sorted by new? Please stop. I want it sorted by level. Because pretty much the level is just going to be better. And I could be wrong, but from what I can tell, it's kind of like Monster Hunter in the sense that at
Yeah,
least at low
just do
levels,
levels.
like whatever, like
Yeah.
higher level is better in general.
Yeah, just get levels. It's absolutely not
Once
worth
you
it,
reach like
else.
end game, you can start then being like min-maxing and like what skill bonuses it gives and shit like that.
Is this even the same person? His hair is so much cleaner. That sucks. That's okay. Again, that winter K-pop jacket. I guess that's for everybody. The incineration jacket is cool, but it's just your basic jacket without the belts. Dark Streets is okay, I guess. And then we've got our squid. Everybody's apparently got a Squid Games outfit. Makeup. Oh, I can actually put makeup on him.
Well, yeah. You gotta be able to put makeup on anyone.
Can I not buy the end of sale? Wait, why isn't it letting me buy shit?
Alright, let me mastery rank up real quick. And that way I can increase my inventory as well.
so, what's my role?
I'm gonna look to see if I can make any big booty bitches.
Hell yeah.
Oh, did I not switch my descendant? I could have sworn it switched my descendant. Oh, I have to hit use. Nope. Whatever. However, these people are walking around with assless, like, or yeah, just hanging their huge asses out. I don't know how you do that. I guess maybe there was a summer event for bikinis
Maybe.
or something.
Damn. Missed out on that.
No skins acquired.
Okay, we're about to fight one of the Colossus things.
Okay.
Or an intercept battle.
Yeah. Let me switch my descendant. I want to play as Freyna right now.
Do as I say.
Commencing. Turret.
Yeah, I would change Descendants, but I figure it's probably just better to go ahead and keep playing with the one for right now.
Yeah, pretty much. And you can start it whenever you're ready. I'm good.
Okay. Alright, we can fight the Grave Walker.
There's they're gonna give you like a little tutorial of how to fight these things, and there are like spots on the
Yeah, I have to like grapple to them.
Yeah.
And...
You're not gonna get a chance to do that here.
No.
Yeah, but eventually you'll either luck up with a party that's balanced, or you just be so strong you go in by yourself and just get them knocking out that way. I just lucked up on like the 6th or 7th one and did the break.
And it's dead.
Level 10 weapons. What a world we live in.
Level 10 weapons for me are pretty good.
Alright, I want to explain something to you. Do you have the jelly to make a thing here? When you select the thing in the middle, it'll say select amorphous material. Do you have options there?
Yeah.
When you select one, it'll show you the percentage chance of getting something. If you need, like for example, if you're trying to build Ultimate Sharon, you have to not only do this fight over and over again, you have to go and collect amorphous material 1. So wherever you get that from, you have to do it so many times that it randomly drops for you over and over and over. And then you have to play this thing over and over and over until you luck out and get the 6% drop of Ultimate Sharon Spiral Catalyst Blueprint.
Oh god.
And that's one part of 4 parts you need to make anything.
Yeah.
And of any of those 1 parts, you need 4 parts to do that.
Sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah, the grind is real in this game. And then you can practice pressing circle with all these dudes because they're just going to be talking and you're going to be skipping.
Oh, hell yeah. I ain't listening to this shit. Skip. Yeah, it was a job well done.
I want to get the dog. The dog is new, but you have to go through like a quest line, and I think I have to keep replaying the quest looking for these audio logs. And eventually I'll get the fucking dog.
Okay, I have to go this way. I guess I enhance a module?
Is it having you do module enhancement for a mission?
I guess.
Yeah. Alright, you're gonna talk to this Asian dude
Kuiper
over in the
shards
corner.
and gold. Yeah, I'm reading the tutorial.
I think when you do that mission, I think it makes you do a melee weapon upgrade. That was pretty. Hey, there's a thingy over here.
Enhance. Okay, just enhance a module one time. What was the trophy one for though on that one?
You have to do it like 7 times or something.
To +7, and then I have to combine a module 7
Humanity
times.
survives. They stubbornly continue to pursue existence in Albion, a final bastion.
I can't combine modules yet, apparently.
Again, like most of the trophies, you're just gonna get naturally.
This location, once thought to have been an
Yeah, I know they'll put it to +7. I don't think you typically get naturally, but
humanity entered into agreement.
I could be wrong. I mean,
There's a lot of tutorials in this menu game.
While fortifying
yeah.
Albion and providing them with somewhere they could survive. We also created the ultimate weapon for them. Or to be more precise, we have awakened the ultimate weapon.
Enhance max HP, I guess.
Once the descendants have completed completely reclaim the land.
Check out Ajax while I'm here.
This place.
Let me tell you how I managed to come back from ruins.
Humans will continue to disperse, to find places to call their own. This city will become an empty
I need
house.
ranking 9 to do the
The
other.
day that the last enemy falls. The day that our agreement with humanity finally comes to an
Just
end.
recolors.
In order to usher in that day,
That K-pop outfit
we
again.
continue to create weapons
The
for
Doom
those who are
armor.
humanity's
Basically
last
look
hope.
like Doom guy.
Hell yeah. Everyone loves Doom Guy.
Was it 3 stages of evolution total? Can I preview these? Absorb damage. Oh, and it gets just bigger and bulkier. That's cool.
Oh, I can get an award. And then a record. Oh, that's just... okay. Record is not the same as award. Got it. Now we go to the Silence Land. Actually, hold on.
Let
I
me
still have
tell
to
you
get
how I
the-
managed to come back.
That bunny pattern. Alright, so we're going back to the Kingston.
Well, hopefully it doesn't glitch out on me this time.
Got 20% chance and couldn't fucking get it. Alright, we're doing it again.
Alright, let's get to it. Oh, you gotta re-invite me to your party because my game crashed.
Oh, shit. Well, didn't think about that.
That's fine.
I don't think I can invite you now, right?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
I thought you did resend it.
I thought I did.
How did we get out of? How did I get out of your party?
I don't know, cause
Yeah, we're not
I mean,
together.
while I'm in the match. Alright, give me a minute. Go pretty quick. The other person's higher level.
Oh damn, you were quick. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna do some other shit while you're doing that.
Because I was about to cancel out of this, and then it immediately did the matchmaking. I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I guess I could try Reyna. I really feel like I need to be playing a hot chick in this game.
What's
but
my role?
none of them
Hell
have
yeah.
powers that I like. I like Blair because of his fire thing, but he's kind of useless
Do
if you
as
don't
I
have a quick
say.
cooldown.
If you want to live,
Jaber's cool because he lets me do auto stuff, and Ajax is cool because he's a tank.
The one I wanted to get,
Would you like to
I'd have to
access
try
the
and
laboratory?
like do a bunch of shit to unlock because it was like the ice sniper chick.
Haley.
Yeah.
I think she was the first new descendant that came out post game launch.
see you later. To your death.
I'm kind of hesitant to play Freyna because I don't have a meta one, and I'm like, people are gonna see me and be like, "Oh, we're gonna be carried," and like, nope, not today.
Yeah. done. You gotta love how fast this goes when people are so much higher level.
Yeah. The last story dungeon is like the only exception because there's a boss that has a weird mechanic that most people aren't ready for, and it's just very frustrating.
Have you already beaten the game?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's not that long of a game.
No, not really. But the thing is, you play it for like community and to unlock stuff.
Well, yeah.
Because once you're done with the main campaign, it quote unquote continues, and you go into the hard mode of the maps, and that's where you get the rare stuff for the stronger equipment and the stronger descendants, like ultimate descendants and shit. And you can farm them at a much faster rate because you get like higher drop percentages and stuff. But it is hard mode. You have to have a descendant that's strong enough to survive and make that easier.
Yeah, that's when you really start trying to min-max type of thing.
Yeah. So I'm there. Like, I'm on Kingston hard mode, and the only reason I'm still on Kingston is because I don't really play this game that much anymore. Like in October, I just exploded in playing this game like a lot, and then I just kind of stopped when I finished the game.
And I guess you also have to kind of like that loop of like, okay, well now I just play the hard mode stuff, and then I guess it goes into Abyss after that.
Yeah. If you watch like Twitch streamers who do this, it's usually people that are doing like the newest raids and all the content runs and doing their dailies and getting like, you have to really immerse yourself into this world. But this game asks for a lot of dedication for very little payoff.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like a game I'll probably get the platinum, beat the game, enjoy playing occasionally, I guess, afterwards, and that's about it. It also takes up so much damn room on this PS5.
It is a girthy bit of game.
It's like 70 gigs or so that I had to clear up.
I need to do the DLC for fucking Final Fantasy 16 and knock that out, because that shit is sitting on my PS5 and it's like 120 gigs or something.
Yeah, 16 was a very large one. I still have to buy the DLC for that.
I only played the first one, and the first one is fun. It's worth it, and it's not even the good one. The good one is the Leviathan one, apparently, and I need to do that.
I did post a speedrun that you might be interested in.
Yeah, I saw that posted earlier.
So it is a speedrun category that apparently does not exist anymore. They did it for the marathon, but that it was an obsolete category.
Is it 2 minutes?
But
30 seconds?
No.
Or is that 2 hours?
That one is.
Oh, never mind. The screenshot is at like the 2 minute.
Oh, okay.
38, so I was like, is that the thing?
Yeah. No, it's like a 18 hour speedrun. It is Final Fantasy 16 everything.
Oh,
like
sick.
they do every side quest in the game. So it is the 100% category.
Do they get all the trophies?
No.
You know what the problem is when they don't get all the trophies? They don't pet Torgal.
They might still pet Torgal. I haven't watched enough of it. Because I started watching it before going to sleep one night, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to keep watching this while I'm like half falling asleep. Because that's probably not the best idea. But apparently they streamlined the speedrun as far as they don't have that category anymore, because they're like, yeah, there's not really much of a reason to do all of the ones like pre-time skip.
From the prologue?
But this one does. Yeah, this one does all of them. Like every side mission, period. In the game, all that fun stuff. So it's really impressive to see. They are all doing it all on easy though. I will say that, but there are different speed runs for different stuff. But that entire marathon is really cool. It's really, really long-a-thon. So they just play categories that are really fucking long.
Where's all the horny skins, goddammit? Let me buy the horny skins.
Oh great. 20% drop chance, and I still have to do this shit.
Alright, well, let's go through it.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm here with you again.
So I'm just getting annoyed that it's like, Jesus, 20% drop chance you would think would be pretty good. Give me 1 second to dismantle some more shit.
If you don't get it this time, there should be a button that's like re-enter rather than having to go to Albion. I think there is, rather than having to go to Albion and then go to Kingston and then run over there and do it again.
That would be nice. Because, like, currently I'm just getting kind of annoyed that with, like, you know, 20% chance it shouldn't be this hard to get it. At least I don't think it should be this hard to get it.
I wish that in the shop they would tell you, like, these are the characters that can wear this skin.
It'd be nice. They're not going to, but that'd be nice.
I wish this game had the squats emote from 14, because that's what I want. Oh, fuck yeah, we got a bunny? I hope this bunny is a ring bunny.
Hopefully. Looks like they're level 40.
I thought you were simply here to stop us. But now I see that wasn't the case.
Yeah, it looks like they're ultimate bunny, right? Or is that just the level 40 around? For the gold around it?
I'm not sure. GH. Also, levels are a little deceiving in this game, because you can, okay, now they did, they got some kills and now they're doing the
If you
full,
see the
like, bunny
Vulgus data
bullshit.
transmitter, please destroy it. At that range,
levels a little
I'll be able to
deceiving
intercept the
because
transmission
you're
and
expected to
secure the data.
prestige when you're done,
It's imperative
because when
we
you
prevent the
prestige, you, like,
ancestors' data from
can
falling
do
into
more
Corral's hands.
modules or something, so you can become stronger, and then you just keep redoing levels.
Oh,
So
you
get,
go
like,
back to like level 1 or something.
yeah.
And then...
Like, the ways to get
Ancestors' data
stronger
packets detected.
aren't, like, just naturally
Transmission is
leveling. The
taking
ways to get
place close
stronger
by.
are, like, to level over and over again, or, like, enhance over and over and over again.
Yay, level 11.
You should be able to see the data transmitter shortly. I'll prepare myself.
I got over here, buddy. Don't you worry. Or, never mind. You can help out, too.
Yeah, I think they're just like wrecking shit.
Well,
So I'm guessing Bunny is a good character if you know how to play it. Or
yeah, you have to, like, when you get her, you'll read through all the shit, but you want to kill some enemies to build charge, and then you'll get, like, that ring, like that electric ring when you use that ability, and as long as you keep killing, you'll keep recharging. And against small enemies, like ads, is very strong, especially if you're much higher level than them. Then you just run into an enemy and the field will kill them. It gets a little less useful when you're fighting bosses, but in dungeon runs, Bunny is really strong.
Got it.
That's why as soon as I saw that ring around Bunny, I was like, oh, Bunny's doing her bunny shit.
Probably.
Try. I'm hesitant to kill all
that,
these guys because I want Bunny to keep killing the bunny shit.
I just want to fucking get this stupid thing, or a piece of Bunny, so that I can, I guess, unlock Bunny.
Well, this is one piece. You'll have to get the other 3 pieces if you haven't already.
I think I already have.
And then you go to Enid and you tell her make Bunny, assuming you have enough materials.
Yeah, and then wait.
Yeah, and then wait.
Luckily, I mean,
Working around here?
I don't have to play the game very often, so. Like, for a while, I was just logging in every day to be like, yeah, I get my login bonus, and then that was it.
Data packet collection, 90% complete. Descendant, I'll look for the final data transmitter. Wait, the location is...
Descendant, did you want to stop the data transmission? I have the final transmitter. You will be defeated!
He turned himself into the final transmitter.
Descendant, we need to hurry.
Somehow.
The data transmission is almost complete.
He's gonna die real fast.
Yeah, he's Bunny's doing everything.
Time to try out Lord Corell's gift to me. This precision of...
Watch your feet.
Descendant! Die!
Data packet collection 100% complete. Data integrity verified. Descendant, you did it. Thank you for helping me.
Did you get it?
Nope.
Do you have a... If you put square, you can restart mission.
Okay. Give us a second. Because it would just be on the ground, right? Like a normal...
No. It will be, Actually, it shows you on the screen whether you got it or not.
Does it just automatically show up?
Yeah, on the right-hand side it'll show you, but also on, like, the post-game screen, it'll tell you what materials you did or didn't get.
Nope. Because I have Amorphous Material Pattern 003 Variant AC. But... that is not it. I'm gonna hit restart.
I wish I could see the rewards list from here. Like the possible rewards list.
It'd be nice.
Bunny. Where's Ultimate Bunny? Oh, right here. You need the Bunny Spiral Catalyst, Acquisition Info, Kingston Normal Vulgus Transmitter. Yep. This is it. Magister Lab. Vulgus Field Generator. Yep. You just have to get the drop here.
Which sucks because it's like one of the side quests I need to do, I guess, for the platinum. I hit restart.
Why are we still here?
Do you also have to restart?
I didn't have it was a square for me.
I cannot view the world map in this area.
Yeah, if you hold, can we? There it is. Oh, it was doing matchmaking, but we just weren't able to see it.
Oh, that it really should have
Hey,
let us
Bobby.
know that it was doing matchmaking.
Bobby's in my
Hey,
chat.
Bobby. How's it going?
¿Cómo estás? Alright, looks like we don't have a bunny to carry us through. Oh, I very rarely see it play.
You're finally here,
This
descendant.
person knows what they're doing, I
I
guess.
thought you were simply here to stop us.
We'll find out. Seems like it. Nothing else. They're still overpowered as hell. So
Ancestors' data. And I
Yeah, he's a Ska. Been here forever.
take it. Transmit
Yeah.
the ancestors' data to Lord Corral. Quickly.
Yeah,
Descendant.
the schedule changed a lot
If you
when
see the
October rolled
longest
around.
data transmitter, please destroy it. At that range, I'll be able to intercept the transmission and secure the data. It's imperative we prevent the
holiday,
ancestors' data from falling into Corral's hands.
I am very ready for Christmas to be over.
I'll play with the
Ancestors'
enemy, I'll
data
shoot at her.
packets detected. Transmission is taking place
So
close
Scott, tell
by.
us your real feelings about
You will
Meowster
only
Chief.
risk if you do not stop them. Hurry.
Meowster Chief?
I'm also unaware of Meowster Chief. All those drizzle details.
I don't know what Meowster Chief is.
They're like a new. No, Meowster Chef.
You
Not
should
Meowster
be able
Chief,
to
Meowster
see the
Chief,
data
Meowster
transmitter
Chef.
shortly.
Oh, Grand Meowster. We had
No.
a. We had
Yeah,
a.
Grand Meowster Chef. Yeah.
We had a. What was the discussion, Bobby? I forget. We were talking about how horny you were for Grand Meowster, but I can't remember why.
As you should be. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all if you aren't horny for Grand Meowster.
I don't get it. He just
You really
looks-
should.
he's-
I mean,
oh, he doesn't know why you're so horny for the cat.
I can't explain it. Like, love is love.
Love, shut the fuck up.
Is this data not your objective? All forces.
But no, I don't know. Like,
At all costs.
I just see Grand Meowster and I'm like, yeah, that would do.
I will collect the
Pierce is here. Hey,
ancestors'
Pierce, I
data.
forgot. I
Please
honestly
focus on the
thought you may
battle.
have jetted off.
Oh, hey, Bruce.
You are more than welcome to keep on lurking. Where am I? Did I get lost?
I don't know. I can't tell you where you're at. I can only tell you where you're going.
What if I told you were? What if I told you were attracted to a tiny Japanese man? Oh, that's what it was. We were talking about Monster Hunter Wilds, and Bobby had watched some behind-the-scenes stuff, and he had let us know that there was more motion capture. Because I knew about the motion capture for Rajan, but they did motion capture for a bunch of monsters. And the motion capture artist also is doing palette killers. So there's a chance that the way that Grand Meowster moves is because of a Japanese man.
Yeah, but that's not character design, so.
Just because he
I
has
mean-
seductive grandma cat hips, I shouldn't have to be judged for that. I love Grand Meowster Chef. You know what I mean?
True. I mean, I can see why.
But that's how that came up. Thank you,
Yeah,
Bobby.
makes sense.
I was playing on the mouse and keyboard. I wouldn't be missing all the fucking shots.
Sure, that's why you missed.
Shut up.
So who all is ready for Christmas next week? Because holy crap,
I am not.
I forget that it's next week.
There's only like 4 or 5 people that I buy stuff for, so it's not even difficult. It's just that I'm a humbug. I really don't care about Christmas,
Data
but
packets
I buy
collection,
gifts for my
90%
family. It's not a big
complete.
deal.
Descendant. I'll look for the final
Yeah, I
data
know.
transmitter.
I already picked up all my
Wait,
gifts,
the
thankfully,
location is...
for people.
Are you going anywhere for it, or like do you have a family
No.
tradition?
Descendant.
No, we used to for Christmas Eve, but both go to my grandparents' house, but both of them have passed now, so it's kind of one of those, like, nope, not anymore. So now it's just kind of
When
at
it's
home.
home, the data transmission is almost complete.
It falls on my days off this year, so I at least don't work it, but I also don't have any, like, major plans. Open some gifts with my parents and call it a day.
My mom never learned patience in anything. So like if we even put out a whiff of a gift for her, she's like, why don't I just open it now? We're not gonna hang out for Christmas anyway. Just let me have it now. Fine. So like it's hard to get gifts early for her.
I mean, she's got a point. Like, might as well just give it to her now. Why you gotta hold on to it for later?
Makes sense, I guess. See all that green poison on the ground?
100%
I'm
Yeah,
not even a good
stuff I'm running
Freyna.
into.
Yeah, I'm not even a good Freyna. That's all me.
Descendant, you did it. Thank you for helping me.
Okay, if you hold start, you can you look at your mission results from here? Previous mission results. Here it is. Mission successful, Slumber Valley. You're getting me a lot of Amorphous Variant C. Well, I already got Jaber.
Yeah, which is what I keep getting as well, but like that's not. How do I check mission results?
I think if you hold start and go to previous mission results.
Okay. Yeah, I keep getting that variant AC, but it refuses to give me the friggin' bunny one.
Can we go back to Albion and go to the map
Yeah.
to make sure that the rewards are right?
It's showing up as a reward, but and it says it's 20% chance, which we've done this like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, and getting a
So-
Tomberry is a 1 in 16 chance.
Yeah.
So we'll get it in 20. Alright. Go to Kingston and look at the...
Yeah, amorphous material pattern bunny acquisition chance 20%.
Oh, that's it.
I've gotten like every single other reward from this.
Long distance maneuvering is a 1%. Shape stabilizer is a 2%. Let's reload insight compulsive magazine. Yeah. I mean, there are some good rewards here. Those are not terrible. But that 20%, I guess we just gotta keep doing it.
Alright, do you want to keep doing that, or do you
Yeah.
want me to move on to other missions real quick?
I'm fine either way. You're gonna be carried through that no matter what you really do. So we can do regular missions, just to get you through more of the story and unlock more shit. But it's up to you.
We'll do that. Because it's just a side mission, so... Plus, I'm pretty sure I could even do that by myself at this point.
You get it's not a terribly difficult one. That last
No.
boss, if you don't have good crowd control, it's rough. But I mean, if you got a good descendant, you should be fine.
Let me get rid of some shit from my inventory.
I guess I should too. When you get the dog, it's supposed to automatically dismantle stuff for you. Like this, you can set it up to do that. I don't know why that's just not a regular option, but I mean, what do I know? I'm not a fucking developer.
No, and that's why you're not a developer.
I guess. I played my cards, and it was a bad hand. Give me the skins where she's like in high heels and showing her huge ass. Damn it.
They don't want you to have nice things.
I guess not.
Gotta have so many of this Hero's Scar gun.
proficiency at? 17 and 10? Alright, I'm gonna go run around, shoot shit while you do that. This is the first time you've been to this area, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So all the missions should be fresh for you. Is there anybody else here running around? Yeah, there's one yellow dude farting around to the south. Oh, they're in Ultimate Freyna, so I'm sure they're doing their own. They're having their own adventures. I keep opening like the skins menu, hoping that maybe the ass one will pop up, but it's not gonna. I know it's not, but like maybe, but it won't.
Woo, there's the dismantle weapons 50 times. Also, still cannot find... Okay, there's a better assault rifle. That's my problem, is I like the assault rifle, but everything else keeps being like, no, you're not getting assault rifles. You'll get like everything else.
Wow, everybody can wear this cold weather operation skin.
Where was the...
I guess this looks nice. Am I gonna spend 750 currency on this? No. Let me know when you started a mission, because I'm in a menu and I'm just gonna be standing there like an idiot.
That's fine, I'm skipping through dialogue right now.
Ow, ow, that's shooting me. You fucks. Just a wandering trove of Vulgus.
Now we're about to start a mission over here.
Be like that sometimes.
Oh, we're definitely in Vulgus occupied territory. There's no end to them.
Why do you have a symbol above your head? What about you?
High-level Vulgus closing
Ooh,
in.
a weak
We
point
confirmed it's a new
extension,
hyper-enhanced variant.
ultra precision or core analyzer.
Material is the one we're after. Make a note of the
assuming those are
operations
real
log,
words that
number
make sense.
17.
You're gonna have to
Thanks, the
assume,
enemy's
because I'm
been on
also
your
just
way.
assuming that they're
Filtration
real.
is going smoothly. Good job.
We'll move on whenever you're ready.
Alright, we're gonna go to this one.
Is this the mission that we're doing?
Yeah. Right here.
Am I backwards?
I don't know. It's somewhere over here.
Protect allied facilities from destruction.
Multiple Vulgus are closing in on the transmitter. There is a high probability this is the result of the communications diversion. Continue Continue to engage them and stall for time as long as possible.
What level is the equipment that they're dropping?
I think isn't it supposed to be around your level?
No, it's my area. Like, all this equipment we're picking up is like level 10 for me.
Alright, so it's probably around level 10. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Yeah, I just thought it would scale for the area.
Likely lured by our
Yeah,
communications diversion.
Like, if you like a gun and you don't have you want to like get proficient in it or whatever,
Tactical target achieved.
you'll have to find where
Mission
it
accomplished.
drops,
Send it.
get one randomly, and then like level adjust it by transferring the level from a high level weapon to it.
Loading.
Alright, move to the operation. Level 10, yeah, all of his levels. Mission completo.
Yay! Alright, now we go down here. There's one right in front of me. Now we gotta go this way. Is it? Oh, Jesus. Is it this thing I need to interact with?
No, that's if you look to the south, there's like a red thing. I think that might be what that what that high level person is doing. What do you call it? There are these special missions on maps. Again, if you're looking for specific materials on them, where you enter the area and you have to destroy reactors or boxes or whatever, and the enemies will respawn indefinitely. So typically, if you do it at the level, it'll take time to destroy everything, and you're like running around a very small area with a lot of enemies. So hitting those things will like increase the timer of respawn. So you have more time to focus on the mission rather than being harassed by a bunch of enemies.
Makes sense.
And usually there are things really in the area to find them. Bothering me?
See you later.
Sample secure. Focus seem to believe our actions are a simple offensive mission. The feint is working.
Yeah, xCloud is doing his shit at that area.
I'm loading.
I'm loading.
Probably why there's just like one lone person out here doing it. It's just they're
yeah.
wanting to get it done, and
Yeah, there was one that I farmed for like 30 minutes because I needed a specific material, and they were like the amorphous things that you could with the interceptor. So I had to do that mission over and over and over again to get like a handful of them, and then I had to do the interceptor until I got.
I heard Captain Harris.
If I didn't get the material that I needed, I'd have to go back.
Certain
and do that
Legion of
first
Immortality units have
Who's
parts
aiming
that
a
can
sniper
access
rifle at
people.
you?
We can use those.
I don't know.
Frozen today.
That's impressive. I was watching an entire video about the downfall of like Nostalgia Critic. As far as like, was he ever actually
Unstable
good?
energy flow detected. Probability
I
of
saw a
used
couple of
parts,
those during
high.
COVID, and that like got me back into that world for a little while.
But
Doug always, like, in hindsight, he seemed like a dude who just wanted to make movies. It was kind of goofy and weird, and it just like escalated. Oh yeah, we don't need to kill these dudes. We need to pick up this bomb. This is what I was talking about earlier. Like, if you're not paying attention to the objective, the enemies will just keep coming forever. I'm gonna go blow up B real quick.
But yeah, no, one of the things they were saying was like, he wasn't very good at like analyzing shit. He just, a lot of his stuff that was popular was because it was snappy and it was quick, like one-liners and, you know, things like that. He goes, and then he would just drag jokes on for way too fucking long because he didn't know when to let a joke die. And I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see that. As far as, it is true that he just did not know when to let a joke fucking die. And then the whole thing was that over time his jokes became less snappy. He didn't adjust his style for kind of the future and the changing landscape of things like YouTube.
Yeah, dude, kids are quick these days. We gotta run all the way back to A.
Okay.
Alone.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Request combat.
Yeah, they were also talking about how, like, you know, or people like Linkara and Lindsay Ellis and stuff just adapted much better, and which is why they were more successful.
Yeah, Lindsay found her piece. She's not even on YouTube anymore. She joined that one website that's full of a bunch of like left-leaning, real open-minded people, like Movio or Studio or something. Like, more power to them, but they just do essays. That's what they do.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, you find what kind of works and still makes you successful.
What are we talking about? Were you on the internet in that era of like around that time? Yeah, but it was Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic, and his team. I don't know if you remember them. Oh, Pierce is asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like I was there for all of that.
Yeah,
like back when they first started and everything.
AVGN and all that shit.
Yep, like all at their peak.
Yeah, it was around the time of Rooster Teeth, but they did like movie analysis and reviews and comic stuff, video game stuff, just all over the place.
Cinema Snob. It was that guy with the glasses.com and stuff like that.
Yeah, CinemaSins is different. But Pierce is asking about CinemaSins. CinemaSins is very different, but around that same era stuff. Like, if CinemaSins, I don't know if CinemaSins would have been popular if it weren't for that guy with the glasses and Doug Walker. Cause he
probably not.
He propagated that type of thinking and wordplay, so that somebody like CinemaSins could do it on YouTube and then just make an empire out of it. Which I don't like or respect CinemaSins, so I do not watch them. I just don't like the idea of like purposely look, because they started off kind of okay, but now they just look for shit to complain about. And
yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff that they started with was like, oh, here's some minor fun gaffes or something like that, where it was like, you know, here's minor mistakes in a movie, and people could be like, oh, look at that, that's kind of funny. And then people started taking it so seriously about these things that it's like, how dare they do the like minor mistakes?
Yeah, the audience took it to the nth degree, where it's like, oh, it's fun to not only laugh at bad things but look for bad things. So
yeah,
that's how I'm gonna judge this movie, is like, how many bad things can I find?
And that's just not how you should judge it.
Yeah.
like I said earlier, Beverly Hills Cop 3 is a bad movie. But it's genuinely, like, from a movie perspective, a bad movie. It has some glimpses of a good movie in it. One of the things that annoyed the shit out of me was there's a scene where, like, an 80-year-old man gets shot in the stomach. And Eddie Murphy's character is going to get framed for, you know, murdering him. And he also cares about the guy, so he wants to, like, you know, bring him to the hospital and shit. And they're like, oh, like, he gets into the hospital, and they're like, oh, he's in critical condition, we're not sure if he's gonna make it. And then later, Eddie Murphy's character, which, I mean, you're talking like a 20-something-year-old cop, and like a few other young people in the movie get shot. At the end of the movie, they're all still, like, you know, in wheelchairs and shit, all shut up, and this 80-something-year-old man's just walking around like nothing happened. And I'm like, how the fuck?
Yeah, dude, you got trauma.
Like, how? You're telling me that the 80-year-old man recovered faster than the 20-year-old? The 80-year-old man that was in critical condition, shot in the stomach, recovered faster than the 20-year-old that was shot just in the arm. Like, nah.
Do it for the bit.
That annoyed me. It wasn't the main thing that bothered me about the movie, but it was kind of like a what the fuck?
Yeah, I get it.
The other thing too was they took out a lot of the comedy of the movie, of the franchise. Like Eddie Murphy wanted to play a more serious role, and I don't think Beverly Hills Cop was ever meant to be played as a serious role. Although, from what I understand, the first movie was. The first movie was supposed to be Sylvester Stallone and not Eddie Murphy.
A very different movie.
Yeah.
Loading. Loading.
I also watched both Airplane movies recently. The first one I've seen
I only remember the
like
first
plenty of times.
I don't even know if
That's
I've
the
seen
better
second
movie.
one.
The second movie's not good. Like, it's just instead of like a normal plane, they're going to space, but same issues, pretty much same all kinds of stuff. A lot of the same jokes over again.
All storage tanks disabled. Mission relay
Like
terminated.
it's not a terrible movie, but it's just a very like, does this need to exist movie. It also has, instead of Leslie Nielsen, it has what's his face, William Shatner. But for all the marketing for that, where they talk about like William Shatner's in this movie and stuff, he's in it for like the last 5 minutes of the movie.
That's unfortunate.
But not a great movie, not the worst movie. I only watched it because the Blu-ray of the first movie that I bought contained both movies. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna not watch both if they show up on my Blu-ray.
Oh shit, are we helping Fade Necross?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this.
We have to stand in the circle without moving.
Ah.
And so you see how we have like 4 out of 7?
Yeah.
And we have to, get all 7.
I thought it was something I had to shoot, not...
No, not every single one of them. When you stand in a blue circle, you'll notice the timer go down.
Oh, we don't even have to shoot all of them.
Mission accomplished, Descendant.
That'd be it. You doing something here?
I don't know, I thought this thing came down. I thought it was something, but I guess it's not.
No, wherever your mission marker goes, that's where we need to go.
Well, that mission's still in.
Oh, yeah, that
Over
thing is the
here.
next mission, but it only appeared after we did it.
Well, it's not the next mission for me.
Collected by the enemy.
Oh, where are you?
Opening it will reveal the
Where are
contaminated
you? Oh no, I think these guys are doing the same mission
Kuiper
over and over
disassembler
again.
operational.
Oh, okay, they
Please
must be
destroy as
grinding or
much of the
something.
I
Vulgus
guess,
Kuiper
yeah.
as
I'm
possible.
gonna help them real quick. Welcome, join your ass.
That's fine.
Tactical aim achieved. Mission accomplished, Descendant.
Okay.
Where is you? Oh, duh. I never unlocked it, but near you is a waypoint that you can unlock for fast travel. I do suggest you pick it up.
That's convenient.
They are helpful.
Yeah, I'll figure that out.
Get the fuck out of here. Down here under, yeah, it's underground. Got it. Repository tactical transporter discovered. Imagine if I was a voice actor, I'd be all like, yo, what's poppin'? It's me, Renoa, Final Fantasy VIII.
He's the greatest.
Self joke. I shoot a dog from a crossbow, living the dream.
That's right, Renoa's always sounded that masculine.
Send me to space. I'm gonna fall in love. Hey, everybody's gonna have their eyes on me, huh? What are you talking about?
That's why you can never be a stealth character.
It's me. I'm Splinter Cell. That's right, I'm back after a break. But you don't see me, because I'm Splinter Cell. These are up the
I suppose
bomb
more,
already?
like more voice
Fuse
voice
application
actors
confirmed.
don't
One
like
generator remaining.
stream and things like that.
Descendant, a high-level Vulgus is heading toward the refinery.
Satire.
It's likely to be Charon.
Even then, like, just stream some of the games that they're in or things like that.
Aerith does that. And so did the voice actor for Alex Lee. He's like the main character in that solo leveling anime, but he also voices Luke from Street Fighter.
That's cool.
He'll play like Street Fighter on stream.
Yeah, because I think it's just kind of a cool thing. I know some do, and I just always find it kind of neat.
Descendant, this is a dangerous Vulgus. It will be best to eliminate it.
No, he's not. Not when I shoot acid at him. Ow. We have to kill these
Yeah, there's
upgraded-
some ones up there.
See you guys later. Yeah, no problem. Oh, it's about to be 1 a.m. I guess we should end stream soon. Ah, you fuck.
Oh, I didn't even realize how late it was.
Reactivation
of core synapse failure.
Vulgus signal lost. I was hoping Ederlin would show up, but oh well. Thank you, Descendant.
If you're still here, Pierce, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. And this is a special message from Renoa. Thank you for playing my game. Yahoo! It's a me, Renoa.
That's exactly how Renoa sounds.
Thanks,
I
nailed it. It's just a lazy Donald Trump. It's me, Renoa. Make Edidia great again.
God.
We have jet engines in schools, the biggest jet engines you've ever seen.
Okay, we'll have to stop there. Because, I was thinking if it was gonna do, like, one of the giant bosses or whatever, we'll finish with that real fast.
I think
but
we gotta do,
it's like 4 more missions.
Yeah, it's 4 missions, and there's, like, 6 areas here total, so we'd have to do all 6 areas, 4 missions in each.
Yeah, so.
Which isn't crazy, but it's gonna be, like, an hour.
Yeah, like, considering we were talking about ending stream soon, that's probably gonna be a little too much.
Okay. I use the restroom and I gotta eat, so we'll call it here. Yeah, so that was a fun talk on 6. We will bring up the game club again at the end of the year to decide what we want to do for 2025. Expect some a post in Discord either tonight or tomorrow. But otherwise, we'll call out. We'll end it here. I don't know LGG's schedule for the rest of the year. I got a solo stream on. Oh, what do you got?
I will say there's probably nothing for the rest of this year because this was the last Wednesday of the year. So.
Yeah, because next Wednesday is Christmas.
Well, it's Christmas. We're just not gonna end up doing anything on Christmas.
Yeah. Same here. Saturday I'll be solo streaming. Maybe Horizon. I finished it off stream, so maybe we'll figure something out to do. Maybe I'll start Forbidden West again on Ultra Hard. Who knows? We'll figure something out. No stream for Christmas unless I just decide to get bored, because again my Christmas is very strange. And then the last Saturday of the year is the end of the year review, and I'll go over 2024 and what we expect for 2025, and probably play Horizon, maybe Final Fantasy 14 if Sterling is free. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll call it there. Thanks for hanging out. Join the Discord. Follow Lazy Gaming Guys at youtube.com/LazyGamingGuys, and follow all my socials. I'm on Blue Sky now, so follow me there. And we'll see you all on the next stream. Bye.
Bye.